You are now listening to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
My name is DJ Vince Adams. I absolutely appreciate what the Chicago Clubhouse crew is doing for the city of Chicago.
Hey, young world, what's good? It's your boy Bernard Varian, a.k.a. B Twice.
What up? This is Rasheed Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver.
Hey, my name is Lemuel Stinson, a.k.a. Lemonhead, formerly of the Chicago Bears.
What's up? My name is C.J. Watson, former Bulls guard and bench bomb creator.
This is two-time six-man all-star baller Ricky Deuces Pierce.
What's up, people? This is Chicago radio legend Rick Party, the voice you hear everywhere.
My name is Pee-wee from the movie House Party.
This is Megan Martinez from the Good and Funny podcast.
Hey, this is Bubba Ball from the Shits podcast.
Hey, this is Nika from One Shot Wellness, repping from the ATL, dropping some drips on that Chi-Town Clubhouse podcast.
This is Sherry, and you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
You're now rocking with Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast.
Where they think they know everything.
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 But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit.
But they don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But they really don't know shit.
But honestly, they don't know shit.
Hey, man, I smell something. I smell podcast. The Chicago Clubhouse Podcast Show.
They really don't know shit.
You already know what time it is.
You see this Eddie Jackson jersey right here? Take this.
This dude literally just took my soul.
So I didn't like playing with Brett Favre at all.
You could have waited until the draft if you wanted to look at another quarterback. You didn't have to sign Andy Dalton, who is really nothing but a backup.
Evander Holyfield is 58 years old. What you want to fight a 58-year-old man?
But man, he wants to keep fighting.
Because he want to fight him. Yeah. Okay, it's an exhibition.
But yeah, it's an exhibition because But
this ain't Drago and Apollo Creed, man. Ain't nobody about to.
Man, Martin and Tommy Hearns was an exhibition. You saw what happened to Martin.
This could hurt.
Thanks, Hayden. Nothing but the best.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, bro, tough for real, man.
Yeah, man. He like tougher than some grown folks I know, man.
That as a coach, your job is to give your players the best opportunity to have success.
Michael Jordan, when he came back at LeBron James' age, he was a straight up nothing.
That is blasphemy on his computer right now.
I'm gonna tell you something. Without Dennis Rodman, I couldn't see them winning like they did those second three championships. I can't see it.
I agree.
And now I'm the voice of SportsCenter on ESPN. Now on SportsCenter. Tonight, LeBron James. And whatever.
Do you guys really coach how exactly to tackle correctly? Because I see it all over the league now. People cannot tackle like they did whenever you guys played. But do you guys practice tackling at all?
What's up? And welcome to the podcast where we think we know what we're talking about, but we really don't know shit, man. We don't know shit. But what I do know is not only is it cold as hell outside, but now it's like it's the snow is sticking to cars and shit. I can never keep my car clean. I just went and got it washed the other day. I got to go get it washed again now. Shit, I mean, man, it's only $4 to get it washed, but shit, I need my little $4. This is how I'm going to start off the show today. I got a little Uncle Nearest right here. And he's back, the Moore's beer. This is the Porter. I have the other two right here. This is the Sessionale. And this is the It's like a summer shandy. It's kind of a lemongrass. So I might drink those later. I might not. But this is like 8.2 ABV. So I might not be drinking anything. And if you could tell by the slur, I've already been drinking. But anyway, let me bring in my all-star team. First up, man, the new guy who is going to be sitting in for me at least a few times a month. My man, Foul Mouth C.
What up? What
Foul
up?
Mouth C.
What's going on, baby?
What's up?
Man,
how you feel, bro?
Hey, I'm good.
Man. Hey,
it's cold out there.
I feel better. I feel better every time I see you, man, because you have just about as much gray as I do. So it always makes me feel better to see you, man. Yeah, it's cold as hell outside.
Hey, man, the ladies love it, so I'm gonna keep rocking it.
I can't comment on that. I have an attachment, so I can't comment on what.
Oh yeah, I'm in an attachment too, my girl. She love it.
But you just gonna say it. I hear you, man. Well, today's podcast, Chris, can I tell them or you gonna tell them?
No, you go ahead, break the news to them, let them know.
Okay. Well, today's podcast, man. First, we have the hometown hero. And oh my God, I'm so excited to talk to him. When you talk about the top two guards in the NBA in the 1990s, you gotta mention his name. You gotta mention his name. And if you don't, I got you. But you gotta mention his name, man. So we're gonna sit with him for a bit. We're gonna talk about his career. We're gonna talk about what he's doing now. We're gonna talk about these current Bulls.
Yeah.
And then later we're gonna talk about the Bears. Yeah, they made a move today. I can't really hate on it because I don't know much about the dude, but I know he's another fucking Ryan. So I don't know if that's bad or not. But his name is Ryan. So already got a strike against him. But let me introduce the rest of the All-Star team, man. Next up, my man, the stat man, JB. What's up, JB?
What up, fellas, man? Hey, nice to see y'all, but don't keep me waiting because I'm excited, I'm fired up, and I want to talk to our guests. Let's go. Let's get it.
Fired up. We fired up, homie.
Are you drinking on Moors too?
You know what? I didn't get any more, so I got a little Remy, and then I always keep the go-getter. The secret sauce.
Well, I got me a little
Kool-Aid.
Pina colada.
You got a pina colada, dog.
Oh yeah, you already know pinkies in the air, baby.
Okay.
Shit.
So the next part of the All-Star team, since JB got ants in his pants, the next part of the All-Star team, the X Factor. AB.
Hello, what's going on, you guys? Let's go. Let's get it.
Up,
I got something to tell you in about, hopefully in a minute. I'm waiting for this game to end. I got some important news to tell you guys, but the game won't end. We can just keep going.
Man,
just keep it moving.
We got to kick it with the hometown hero, man.
Yes,
he played on 7 different teams, but he did play for the Bulls for a minute, and he was a monster. A monster his whole career, man. So let's bring him in here. Mr. Kendall Gill.
Thank you, fellas. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
It's good to see you, man. You looking youthful.
Well, I just heard you guys talk about the grades. I got some grades now too. So we all part of the Silver Fox Club now.
Oh yeah,
right.
Silver Fox, Silver Wolf, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Speaking of being part of a club, man, I might need to be a part of that 60-40 club you got going on, man.
Hey,
I'm drinking all this beer here. I'm drinking all this beer, man. I got to get a summer body or something, man.
Yeah, well, you come on down in the summer. We start June 1st, and the 60-40 Club, I actually started by accident during the pandemic a couple years back. Had no idea we'd still be in the pandemic, but I remember it's on March 11th. They postponed the season. So I was at home and I was looking at myself in the mirror. And I said, man, I don't look like an athlete anymore. So I called my buddy up, Ian Mahoney, and I said, listen, why don't you come out here and let's do this 60-40 thing. It's going to take 50 days to do it, but I need somebody else to keep me motivated and keep me accountable. And we started doing it and started posting our workouts on social media. Then Arnie Duncan came out, started running with us. Then Malik came out, started running with us. And then we posting workouts on social media. Everybody started to see it, and everybody started coming to the park to run with us. And it got so big, I had to put structure to it. And, we ended up with, right now we're up to 373 members.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Damn.
And the reason is because it works. It's something that I did in college. You remember when we went to the Final Four in 1989, this is what we did before we went, before the 1989 season. That's why we were able to blow teams out. Teams could be up on, we would be able to catch them because we were in such good condition from the 60-40 that, other teams just couldn't compete with us. So what I did is I implemented the program at Dunbar Park. And, and it works for women, men, young kids. And the thing is, the workout only takes 45 minutes, man, at most. And then you out of there. And I've had a lot of people, most of our people have canceled their health club memberships in the summertime because they don't need it. You come in, you get your work in, 45 minutes, you out of there. So, it's been a success. And, it all started by accident.
Love it. So
sometimes those are the best accidents.
I'm happy that you just brought up the Flying Illini because this just in, breaking news, JB, Mr. Michigan State. Illinois pulls out the win, 56-55. Let's go. No Kobe, no problem. We still got you, JB, all day, every day.
Oh, you know what? It's a funny thing. I came this close to going to Michigan State.
Oh, really? What?
I came
Really?
this close. Yeah.
Get out of town.
Yeah,
that was Judd, right? That was Judd, Coach Heathcote, right?
Judd Heathcote, yeah. So what happened was I had all along, I was like, man, I'm going to Michigan State. I'm going to Michigan State. The night before I chose, because I decided to choose early so I wouldn't have to think about it during my senior year of high school. And, I go to bed, I'm going to Michigan State. I wake up, I go downstairs, I remember ironing my pants, getting ready for school. My brother comes, runs down the steps because he knows I'm about to choose what school I'm going to go to. He said, so what is it going to be? I looked up, I said, Illinois. Just like that.
Man.
Yeah.
Love it.
So
yes.
that's how it happened, man.
Yes. Happy.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now your buddies Nick Anderson and Marcus Liberty, they both said they were gonna go to Syracuse.
Yeah.
And then Urban Small was just on. He said he was gonna go to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
Wow, that Fighting Illini team will look totally different.
Fighting Illini team wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because all those guys that you just mentioned, the key components of that team. And a lot of people don't know that every single member of that team, including the walk-ons, were from the state of Illinois. So we were a true state. We were a true state team. Nobody came from out of state. It was just all guys from Southern Illinois and the Chicagoland area. So that was unique. I don't know if there's ever been another Final Four team where all of the players were from the same state.
Wow. Not to my recent recollection. No, I can't think of it.
That's how strong the Chicagoland area and the state of Illinois is in basketball. Like, I get into arguments all the time with former players like Kenny Smith and Reggie Miller and all those guys talking about, well, the best players are from New York and or LA or my man Derek Coleman and Steve Smith up in DC. They think up in Detroit. They think it's Detroit. Yeah. I'm like, nah, man. I was like, if you count the number of pros that have come out of the Chicago area, it won't even be any question about who produces the best pros or the most pros.
Absolutely.
Agree.
Yeah.
Hey, we rich.
Mecca, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, rich.
So we were told you're in the gym. What happened to that state-of-the-art gym that we saw in 2004 on Cribs?
Oh man, my wife made me sell that house, dog. Hey, that was the MTV Cribs house, man. You know, so she was like, nah, I'm not living up here. Too many skeletons up in here. Hey, you know what? And she was right. She was right.
Love it.
Oh wow. Boy, them boys could talk, huh?
Hey, look, but I took my sons out there and I was like, look at the house, fellas, and you know, because what you guys didn't see on MTV, because I had a tennis court and a swimming pool and all that. I took my sons in the backyard, you know, like, Dad, why don't we live here? I'm like, your mom made me move, man. They still mad at their mom for that.
That's great.
So I want to dig in a little more U of I, since you said that was your last minute pick going down there freshman year.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the other guys, you know, Proposition 48 was still in play. You were behind a couple of guys. But how impactful and important was Ken Norman to y'all, especially with y'all being like from around the same area and everything?
Yeah, he was very important because he showed me how to work. You know, the guy in the weight room was a monster. And, you know, you remember his body, man. That dude looked
Snake.
Like, yeah, he looked like an Adonis. So, you know, when I got in the weight room with him, you know, that made me a better player because I became stronger. And, you know, Snake wasn't really highly touted coming out of high school, or he wasn't really even highly touted his freshman, sophomore year. But then his junior year, then he started to come on. That let me know that it was never too late, you know, to come on to come on strong. He ended up being, I think he was the 10th or 11th pick in the draft by the LA Clippers. So you know, all his hard work paid off.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hey B, can you throw up that picture, that collage we made of Kendall? Can you throw that up? No, not that, not the plugger. The other one. Yeah, that.
Oh, that's sweet, man. I haven't seen that.
We got to send that to you.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah, we're gonna send this to you so you can make it a poster.
Please
our creative,
do.
Our art director for the podcast, he put this together.
That's beautiful. I appreciate that.
I just gave him some pictures and I said, man, take these and work your magic. All right, AB, you can snatch it down. One of the first things I want to talk about, are we jumping to the pros already?
Hey, we can. Like I said, I'm trying not to look. I'm trying not to hog the ball because I got a lot to say.
Hey, you ain't got to hog the ball. I got questions on deck.
So KG, I'm gonna kick it off, man. You dunked on a lot of heads. A lot of heads.
Yeah.
What dunk sticks out the most in your mind?
Ooh, good question.
When I dunked on Dikembe Mutombo in the playoffs against Seattle, that one, and also I got Patrick Ewing in the playoffs as well, and Theo Radcliffe. You know, when I used to dunk on guys my size or like 6'8", it really didn't do nothing for me. I needed a 7-footer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I needed a 7-footer to make me feel good about it. You know, so
you need to embarrass somebody.
Hey.
But you know the one. Yeah, I dunked on most centers in the league, but the one guy I didn't get, I was never able to get is Olajuwon.
Okay.
Because Olajuwon's timing was so good. You know, I used to catch the center because I used to dunk with my left hand and lean in.
Left hand tomahawk.
Yeah, that's how I used to catch them because they used to blocking guys they go up with their right hand. But I could never get Olajuwon, man. He would always like block it or do something. So, you know, that's the one guy I regret I didn't get.
Hey, I wish we could pull it up. Maybe that dunk that you did on Ewing, my God. You talking about like
that. Yeah. So against Beast, that's what we call him in the league. I had to go up and around him. Mm-hmm. So that's what made it difficult because, you know, he's 7 feet tall, man, long arms, and plus he's big, you know. So sometimes you don't know how you do stuff, you just do it. But, you know, somehow I was able to go up and around him. And actually, I think that was one of the best dunks in my career, that one.
Look,
Yeah,
we was like,
Pat was a long dude, man.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, let me tell you, man. They say you know how the game has changed today, where the center step out and shoot threes like Nikola Vucevic. You know, I love Nikola, but he need to stop shooting so many threes, man. You know, he need to get in there and play like a big man. I don't mind him taking.
I think that's Billy D doing it to him, man.
Yeah, I don't mind
call
him.
them plays, man.
We got to get into that topic right now, guys. We're really big proponents here, Kendall, on basically that we don't think Billy Donovan is really using this whole system the correct way, and that Vooch is playing outside far too much. I think you're in agreement with that.
Well, no, Billy Donovan's a great coach, but the one thing about Vucevic is that Billy Donovan allows the players a lot of freedom, okay? But sometimes you have to step in as a coach and say, listen, your strengths are best suited for us, the Chicago Bulls, to be down in the post. If I'm Billy Donovan, this is what I tell him. I don't mind if you step out and take a three every once in a while, but this 5, 6, 7 threes a game, we can't have that, man. You know, if we're going to be as successful as we can be. Because you saw him last night. I think he had 26 last night and everything against Oklahoma City Thunder. He was not doing that against Orlando Magic. You know, he's got to get down there and utilize his 7-foot frame, because once he starts scoring down there, then they're going to double team him. Then he can get assists, and it's going to become easier for the whole team. Plus, with Vucevic out on the perimeter, man, he gets in the way of Zach. He gets in the way of DeMar. He gets in the way of Kobe and Caruso, all the rest of the guys. So, you know, just be a center, man. Just be 7 foot. Please, just go back to being a traditional center. Let us win. All of these resolved.
So I noticed you said something there, and there's a question I got to ask you. So you mentioned that Billy Donovan really gives these guys the freedom really to play how they play. And I noticed early in the year that there was a lot of passing, a lot of sharing the ball. I don't see that as much. Ever since DeMar hit those threes in that game, I feel like it's been kind of changed, and the narrative is just, we'll just give DeMar the ball. The other night when they played the Bucks, the game's on the line. You've got Vooch in the post up against a Drew Holiday, and he throws it out to a DeMar DeRozan who's sitting there with Giannis in his face. Are they deviating a little too much with the whole scheme now and just letting DeMar do a little too much? Or do you think that that's warranted, because he should, I mean, he's in the MVP conversation.
He's in the MVP conversation, but if I'm Vucevic, I'm not passing the basketball back out if I got a guy 6'5" on me, and all I had to do is take a drop step and put the ball in the basket. Also, if I'm DeMar, I know he's been playing amazing, but still you got to make the right basketball play. The right basketball play was once Vucevic passed the basketball to him on the outside, I wouldn't have taken that three. Okay, I would have dumped it right back into Vuce and let him go to work. You know, because that was the key point. I think it was 33 seconds left in the game. If we score that basket, now we have the lead, and you know we have the momentum. So yes, there is some guys do defer to DeMar. Some they do defer to Zach as well, but at the same time, those guys got to know that I don't have the correct shot at this point. That's when your basketball IQ comes in.
Yeah.
That's where I have the problem with them right now. We talk all the time and I don't want to spend too much time right away on the Bulls, but I want to leave it at this because I want to get back to something with you. But when they were on that winning streak and they was hot, I want to say it was like, that was some of the most flawless basketball that I've seen, but they also were front runners. What I've seen is when they're in trail mode, they kind of tend to get a little lost and do that hero ball like Zach, DeMar, save me, as opposed to, like you said, mouse in the house. Easy bucket all day. I'm either going to hit the bucket or you're going to foul me, and I'm going to get an old school three-point play.
Well, yeah, they do, but you got to take into account, you know, during the streak, we lost a lot of players. One due to COVID protocol, two to injury. You know, if you got the right guys on the floor at that time, then I think they make that basketball play. Caruso's got to be on the floor. Lonzo Ball has to be on the floor. You know, Io is starting to move into that category. And those are the guys that control those situations. Those are because Lonzo will tell DeMar, no, give me the basketball. We need to get the ball down the Vucevic on this play. When you don't have Lonzo out there or Caruso to tell him to do that,
right?
DeMar's going to do what naturally comes to mind, and that's score the ball.
Well,
So
yeah,
you
but
gotta
shouldn't
have
his coach say something to him about that, though? Because isn't that also a coaching point there?
It is coaching, but sometimes when you got a player that believes in himself so much, the coach could be yelling at him and he don't even hear him. He's just in the zone. You've seen Michael be in that zone before, Kobe Bryant, of course. Sometimes when you have guys that strong will, they just take over. You have to really, really have a quarterback on the floor in order to control them sometimes.
Yeah, because I was gonna say too, when I'm looking at them play a little bit and looking at DeMar the way he's playing, it sort of reminds me of his Toronto days, and that's the one thing that I don't want the Bulls to turn into, the second version of the Toronto Raptors, and it's sort of getting like that because with those three, what was that? I think it was those 3 games that they got blown out by 20 plus points per game. It seemed like the teams were starting to trap them. And they were starting to cut down the driving lanes for him. So now the Bulls on helter-skelter. And I like to see Lonzo ball with the ball more, bring it up, and him facilitating the offense opposed to Zach and DeMar.
100%. You look at last night when Kobe was bringing it up, Zach LaVine was bringing it up. They turned the basketball over in key situations. That's why Lonzo and Caruso are so important to this team because those guys are the major ball handlers. And also Ayo fouled out last night too. He's able to handle the basketball and get the team in the correct situations as well offensively. So we need those 3 guys back. You 100% right about that. What teams have been doing to DeMar, they've been starting to play a 3-2 zone against him because they know that he's trying to get 18 feet and in. And if you put like you notice the Milwaukee Bucks, they put Giannis at the top.
At the top,
at the point. Then they put Middleton on the other side. So big guys there so that they can bother DeMar. So that's why it's so important for Zach LaVine to be on the floor as well. Because if you're gonna do that to DeMar, Zach, go over to the corner. We're gonna throw it to you, knock down your 3-point shot. That'll get teams out of it. So they both need each other.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So let's get back draft day. Cold white suit, we remember it. But that Charlotte Hornets team. Hey, no, I wanted one. Look, I wanted one for prom. Don't judge me.
Yeah.
You went to Rich Central. I went to Rich East. That's how close we are.
You went to Rich East. Okay, all right.
Yeah. So, but I want like that Charlotte Hornets team, man. I'm talking you, Muggs. Y'all had this is before y'all even got Alonzo. You know what I'm saying? LJ, and then when y'all got Zoe. Man, like that team, and I'm sure everybody here, Bulls fans, true enough. But if you didn't like the Bulls, one of them Charlotte teams was like your second or third favorite.
Yeah, everybody back then had the Charlotte Hornets starter jacket, right?
Or the pullover with the hoodie.
I got jerseys was off the chain.
That's right. Yeah,
but how was that team though, KG? How was that squad? Because I play it on the video game now. Shit.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, that team was great. I got 2 regrets in my career. One, that I didn't stay with the Charlotte Hornets for 7-8 years to see what I could do with LJ and Lonzo and Muggsy and Dale Curry and all those guys. I left as a free agent to Seattle. Which, I really didn't want to do at the time. I got talked into it, but I always felt like I did. Yeah, I did. It's a long story, but I got talked into signing there. But no offense to Seattle, they got world-class fans. They deserve a team. The guys were great. The city was great. It's just that I always felt like I was a Charlotte Hornet inside. Even when I left. So, but Larry Johnson was the best player I ever played with. If he had not hurt his back, he would have gone down as an all-time great, but he was a shell of himself once he hurt his back. And the play when Alonzo came, we went to the second round in the playoffs against the Knicks. We took them to 5 games.
Yep, because y'all beat Boston. He hit the shot to beat Boston. And he was about to steal off of Xavier McDaniel. Like, he ain't tough. We from Chicago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You know what? Hey, look. And X became one of my best friends in the league when we played together in New Jersey. Great guy, man. Great teammate. But You know, that was just my third year in the league. That was Larry's second year. That was Alonzo's first year.
First year,
So,
right.
so if we had kept that team together, man, you know, we would have been challenging the Bulls in the Eastern Conference for a long time. I know Orlando had Shaq and they had Penny and everything, but we would have beat them. You know, that's because the difference was the difference was Larry Johnson.
Yeah,
You
right.
know,
Nobody can stick him. And y'all played defense. A lot of people forget y'all played defense.
And we played defense, so they didn't have anybody to match up with Larry Johnson, and that's what we would have had the edge against the Orlando Magic. You know.
So tell me this, Kendall. You're going to play on quite a few teams.
Yeah.
All them teams that you're going to play on, who was the best shooter you ever played with?
Ooh, I got to guess.
Probably Glenn Rice. A lot of people think it's Dale Curry. Dale was a great shooter.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I was thinking
I think we were all gonna say.
I wasn't gonna say Dale Curry.
Hey, Kendall, you said Glenn Rice?
Glenn Rice, yeah.
Yeah, where he from? Let JB know where he from.
He's from Flint. Ain't he from Michigan?
He just want to talk about this guy.
Yeah, he from Michigan, baby. He went to Michigan.
yeah. But yeah, Glenn Rice. The reason why is because Glenn could shoot it off of the dribble. Dale was more of a stationary shooter. You know, you get it to him, he gonna knock it down. But Glenn can put that thing on the floor and pull up on you.
Hey,
you know, that's the difference between Dale and Steph. Steph can dribble that thing wherever you want to go and pull up from deep and shoot it on you. You know, whereas and he can catch and shoot, and he can come off the screens. Dale could come off the screens and catch and shoot, but you know, the off the dribble, one dribble he could shoot it, but two or three he really didn't do that.
Yeah.
I was gonna take a flyer and say Dale Ellis.
No, I didn't play with Dale Ellis. No,
you didn't play with Dale in Seattle? He was gone?
No, yeah, he was gone. Yeah, he was gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little bit because you in the rain, man. GP.
Yeah, I love playing with those guys, man. And you know, we won 63 games the first year I was there, and we ended up losing. We were the first #1 seed to lose to an 8 seed.
That was Dikembe Mutombo, Robert Pack and them.
Right, with the Denver Nuggets, and you know, it was just it was so disappointing, man, because you know we lost to the Denver Nuggets. We had all like planned on going and winning the championship that year, but you know, I still hate seeing that you know that caption where Dikembe is laying on the floor with basketball. Yeah. That is just like when Sean Higgins got the rebound over Nick to beat us in the Final Four. You know, those two images, you know, burn in my head sometimes. You know.
So
yeah.
GP is your guy. GP is your guy. You played
GP
with
is
him
my
and
man.
he was great. So
he
we
was.
all saw The Last Dance. And we all saw Michael Jordan have the heartiest laugh at Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Is he justified in laughing at him like that?
Yeah, he's justified at it. Hey, yo, look, man. I mean, Gary, great defender, man. Y'all excuse me because I'm walking out here to my car. Because my battery's running down. I got to go sit in my car, but that's cool. You know, Gary, great defender, man. But MJ, when I tell people about MJ, MJ he was better than the game. You know, I mean, just fundamentally sound, physically superior, competitive drive out this world. I tell this story all the time about how he was at my house and I was beating him in Tonk, the card game.
Oh, okay.
And he wouldn't go home until he won all his money back. He ended up staying there until 7:30 in the morning until he won all of his money back.
You know?
Damn.
So you trying to be like, Mike, man, I'm trying to go to sleep.
No, yeah. I wanted to go to sleep, man, but he wouldn't let me.
You should have kicked him out like, hey, Mike, you got to take your ass home, man.
Hey, look, I tell people all the time, most people would be like, oh, Michael Jordan's at my house. I was ready for him to go, man. But that just shows you his competitive drive, man. It's just off the chain, man. You know, he even on the basketball court, you know, he could be your friend and everything, but but he totally changes into somebody else when he's on the basketball court.
Yeah, we've heard stories, and don't get on his bad side.
Nope.
Nah, yeah. You don't want to get on his bad side, man.
Yeah, I heard he said something to Muggsy one time. There's a little rumor that he said a little something to Muggsy one time playing.
Yeah, he called him an effing midget.
Effing midget.
Man.
Damn. But let me tell you, I'll tell you a story about when I was with New Jersey. We playing the Bulls at the United Center, and MJ is getting Jimmy Jackson is killing MJ, right? In the first half, right? He just killing him. I think Jimmy had like 23 in the first half. So Jimmy's talking stuff to him and everything like that. Then MJ looks at him and said, "Yo, you talking a lot of shit to have my shoes on."
That's done.
Mic drop.
Done.
Wow.
Go home. Go home.
Hey, look.
Damn.
Jimmy was
Mic
done.
drop.
Jimmy was done the whole game after that.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
What was like? You can't say nothing after that. It's like,
no,
you right, you got it.
You can't say nothing after that, especially if you got the man's shoes on.
Yeah.
It's like he looked down like,
damn. Looked down at his feet like, damn.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did.
Great.
So Kendall, I have a little story for you, man. I went to get a burger at this place on the in the South Loop, and I talked to the owner, and I was telling him about the podcast, and I was telling him that Kendall Gill was eventually going to be on the podcast, and he said, "Oh yeah, I played a pickup game with Kendall." Yeah, Kendall, he's in that same conversation with Michael Jordan. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Because I was a Bulls diehard Bulls fan in the 90s. So I said to him, I said, Kendall was cold, man. Kendall was cold, but come on, man, come on. Let's be realistic. He said, "No, go watch his highlights. Go watch his highlights." I said, I seen him play. I mean, he's from the crib. I seen him play. Yeah. Just go watch the highlights, man. I went and watched the highlights. You in that conversation, Kendall. You in that conversation, man. I gotta be honest. You in that conversation, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. But thing is about what a lot of people don't know about me is that I had to play small forward for 6 years in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get an opportunity to play my true position, which is the two-guard position. Yep. And I think that contributed to sometimes my numbers being down, playing a small forward, man. I'm 6'5", but I had to guard guys like Big Dog, Glenn
Robinson,
Glenn Rice, Kevin Garnett, Rick Fox, who's 6'7.5". What's my man name? Went to Kentucky, who played for Miami. Big dude.
Antoine Walker.
Antoine Walker. These are the guys that I had to guard at 5, man. For 6 years. So, I wish I was able to play my two-guard position for my whole career. I think that you would have seen something totally different. I mean, I had a good career.
You had a great career, but why did they do that? Because you 1 year, and I'm a be your horn on this one. You had 20 points a game, 21 points a game and stuff. I think almost 2 steals a game. Like, you should have been an all-star consideration on that New Jersey team. That was like 90. Help me, 98, 99.
Yeah. I thought I got 3 all-star snubs. I thought I should have made the all-star team my second year, my third year, my 7th year.
Well, the second year for sure, because you was dropping a dub in Charlotte.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, and especially in New Jersey too, because I was averaging at the time All-Star break came around. I was averaging about 24 a game. I was averaging
6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. You know, those are all-star numbers. But you know what they did? They gave the Lifetime Achievement Award to Joe Dumars.
Oh, stop.
Damn, man, he was a Piston. And a
No
Piston.
dice. No dice.
Yes,
Joe,
a Piston.
Joe is my man, but he was averaging 11 points a game, and you know,
Joe was like coaching back then. He was like player coaching and stuff at that time. Like he wasn't.
Yeah, but you know, the day after the game, the first game after the All-Star break, we played Detroit, and he came up to me and said, "Hey man, Kendall, you should have been there," and I appreciated that, you know, because that's coming from a Hall of Famer and a guy that's a 2-time NBA champion, a guy that's been there, you know, so. You know, I appreciate that with Joe, and but it would have been nice to have put that uniform on when you know you deserve it. You know,
absolutely, because nobody can say that you wasn't the tops. Like I said, I mean, everybody gonna put Mike as Mike. We're not even talking about that no more. But
yeah,
like,
Mike is in a different category, man.
But what I've seen you bust Reggie. I've seen you bust Mitch Richmond. Like, let's keep it 100. I've seen you bust these dudes because when in '93 when I saw your basketball card on my little flare pack, and I was like, damn, Kendall, because I wasn't on SportsCenter. We didn't have real cable. We had like Jones Cable or something. So I can only watch you on TNT. I'm like, damn, he went to the Sonics, and I'm like, y'all busting there. Like I was like, man, and like I said, you from the crib, so I'm like, man, give Chi-Town some love, because the only thing that I thought personally, because they were still holding on to the old regime. Like you said, he got a Lifetime Achievement Award, but shoot, the Pistons ain't did nothing since 1990.
Yeah, not really, you know, but you know, I respect them. I respect Joe. I respect the Detroit Pistons organization. Grant Hill, who's a friend of mine, 3rd hardest player I've ever had to guard. You know, I respect him too. You know, so I don't have any ill will to him. I just wish I could have gotten that game, man.
He should have deferred, but you know, I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, and going back to MJ, you know, a lot of people say, "Well, Kendall, who's the hardest person you've had to guard?" I was like, "You're gonna be surprised, but it's not Michael Jordan." And then they said, "What?" So people were arguing with me, telling me I was wrong.
How they gonna tell you was wrong?
They're gonna tell you wrong about who you guarded.
I'm like, I'm the guy on the floor trying to guard him. What are you talking about?
Right.
So, but the hardest guard I ever had to try and guard was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson.
I was mentioning him. Talk about it, because he just missed.
The first time I guarded him, we went down to LSU and played him. 1989 Flying Illini. This is our powerhouse team, the Final Four team. We go down there, and I remember the day before, we walk in the gym, and he's over there talking to reporters. Well, now we know about him because he's been scoring 40 against everybody, this and that. So I look over, I was like, man, that little dude, man, we gonna crush him. I'm 6'5", Steve Barker 6'6", you know. So the next day the game comes, and Coach Henson gives me the assignment, right? Mm-hmm. So they win the tip. They give him the basketball. I'm like, all right, let's go. So I'm down in my stance. All of a sudden, I heard the crowd cheer. I didn't even know he had scored.
Damn.
What?
The crowd started cheering. I didn't even see him score.
Wow.
That's how good he was.
Damn.
He had scored so fast, I didn't even know it.
Wow.
So
who's a better shooter, Kendall? Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf or Steph Curry?
Oh, come on.
Steph.
That's got to be. Yeah.
Steph, because Steph has a longer range. Mahmoud is a great 3-point shooter now, but Steph can shoot it as soon as he comes across the half-court line, you got to guard it.
Well, a lot of people say Steph is the souped-up version of Mahmoud.
He is. I'd say Mahmoud had more individual moves than Steph, but Steph can get to his spot with it. You know, he's really improved his ball handling since he's come in the league. But man, let me tell you, Mahmoud you could know what he was about to do, and you still couldn't stop it. You know, that's how fast he was. You know, and he'd be up in the air before you could even react. You know, so and he gave me problems in the pros, man. It was just, you know, that guy, man. People don't if you know, we know, you know, Mahmoud's a friend of mine too, but you know, he got really into his religion,
right,
and everything. Stood up. As a matter of fact, that was in Chicago when he didn't want to stand for the national anthem thing. You know, I believe whatever man want to do, that's your right. Okay, you go ahead and do it. But if Mahmoud had solely focused on the game and concentrated on just, I'm going to lead the league in scoring every year, he could have done it. I'm telling you, Michael was great, but it would have been him and Mahmoud every year.
Wow.
On the basketball.
That's dope.
Wow.
Wow. Have you ever thought about getting into some type of management role?
Hell no.
I don't want you to. I like you where you're at. Please don't.
Almost spit out my beer.
Hey, what is AKG?
I love you where you're at, man.
Hey, dealing with all them damn McDonald's athletes, which I'm a member of. No, you know, I respect the jobs. I respect the coaching profession, everything. But you know, when you're in NBA management and in coaching, it's a 24/7, 365 day a year job, man. And I'm big on family. I'm a big family man. That's where I am right now. My son's basketball game, but every minute I can spend with my family, man, that's what I want to do. And that's why, you know, I'm blessed because I had a perfect setup.
Yeah, he got a call. That's all. He got a call.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Whenever you get a phone call, it does that.
Yeah. Okay. My wife trying to call me. She doesn't know where I'm at.
Where you at? Oh, you're in trouble. You tell her to put on YouTube, Chi-Town Clubhouse Podcast.
Hey, Kendall, you about to have to trade in the car now.
You're on mute again. Oh, nope. Might have to bounce out and bounce back in. Yeah, okay. You go ahead and do that, Kendall. He'll be right back, guys. He's going to bounce out. He's going to bounce back in, and we're going to continue with it. Should we have a quick commercial?
I wouldn't mind one, but I want some more. Damn.
A commercial of what we can speak a commercial. Because
you don't got it on here.
Those commercials are on
it ain't on here anymore. I just was looking. I'm like,
raise your standards.
Hey, Chris, didn't we tell you to stop digging up on the chasing, man?
Hey, man, I can't help it.
God damn it, I'm trying to do a commercial.
Oh, go
This is the Morris Porter here. This is 8.2 APV. The Session Ale. And this is, I think, like 5.2 ABV. And then this is the Summer Shandy Lemongrass. This is like I think it's also like a 5.2.
We're back to commercial.
Yeah,
he's back now. We finished.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys, but yeah, the management role is just, you know, it's not really for me because, you know, I'm big on family and, you know, I love being at home. I got the perfect setup, being a broadcaster for NBC Sports Chicago. Of course, doing the Chicago Bulls, I don't have to travel, you know, so I get to do things like this, talk to you guys from my hometown. So, you know, I'm perfect right where I am, man.
Yeah. So you mentioned
we love you for it, man. We definitely love you for it. Not just a Chi-Town favorite, but just you are a favorite, period.
Oh,
you keep it real all the time, man. And you mentioned something that I got to get to, man. So you mentioned prima donnas. You mentioned about people that you respect. How about somebody you don't respect? How about we just talk about Grayson Allen already and just get it out of the way?
Oh,
yeah. Well, that's one guy. I you know, I respect him as a basketball player, but as a human being, you can't be, you know, putting people at risk like that because, you know, I can see you guys saw the foul the other night.
Yes,
I could see the first foul where he tried to stop the basketball with his left hand because he tried to make a play on the ball. But when you go back to the second swipe, he didn't try to make a play on the ball.
No,
he swung directly at Caruso's head. And what if Caruso and throws him off balance even more than he already was. Because I know you guys have played ball before. You know when you're in the air, I mean, you free game. Anything could happen. What if Caruso lands on his neck the wrong way or his back the wrong way? I mean, he broke his wrist.
I thought he broke his arm.
I did too.
That's enough.
First thing I thought, his whole shoulder was cracked.
Yeah,
I did too. And Grayson Allen has had a history
Yes.
of doing things.
Since
that's why. Yeah, I disagree with the 1-game suspension. I think he should have had at least 5, because you got to teach this man. You got to teach this man a lesson, because you just gave him a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Because but mark my words, he's gonna go out and do it again.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he's proven that.
That's him.
And literally the slap on the wrist for him. And I'm not saying we come from the era of 90s ball. That might have been allowed back then, but that's not today's game.
Yeah.
So the players that are playing are not prepared for that impact. They're not prepared to get hit like that. Like you said, he really could have injured Caruso's career. And with his track record, hey, shame on the league for not putting more a tighter sentence on him.
Yeah. Now, see, if I was Billy D, if I was the coach, when we play them, we got players injured anyway. I'm going to get 2 of the biggest goons out there. I'm pulling the Don Chaney. I'm getting them goons. First time he get in, go ahead, take him out. Whatever fine, I'll take care of it. I got you.
Right.
So I got an idea too, Kendall, and it's just a thought. You're a really good boxer. You know MMA. Why don't you do a little celebrity match against Grayson Allen? How about that?
No, skip that, because I want. Will you please knock the shit out of them Paul brothers, please?
Yeah, well,
he's dodging you. I follow you. He's been dodging.
I mean, I already know how the whole thing will go, Kendall. I can almost pick it from your brain how this fight would go.
I studied jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai in the summertimes also. This is my practice dummy. I call him
Grayson Allen.
I use
Grayson Allen
to train and practice my jiu-jitsu moves and things on. Now I'll show you a move. I'll show you what I call a rear naked choke, which is this. You get on the ground, you wrap your legs around the guy like this, and you choke him out.
It's like magic. I could just pull it from your brain exactly what you're thinking, man. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's going back to my jiu-jitsu days, man.
Hey, B, pull up that picture of KG and Jake Paul. Would you?
Oh, well, wait, hold on. I'm all over the place tonight. Sorry, guys.
No, we're fine.
There it is.
When can we make this happen? How can we make this happen? I want to see this dude get put on his ass.
You and the rest of the world.
Yeah, well, we've been talking behind the scenes trying to make the fight happen. I was supposed to be on the undercard of his last fight.
Okay.
Steven Espinoza, the president of Showtime Boxing, reached out to me 8 weeks before the fight and asked me would I be interested in facing Frank Gore. I was like, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
But after the initial reach out, they did not call us back. And here's the reason why. This is what I speculate happened. Okay. Most Valuable Promotions, who's owned by Jake Paul, they promote his fights and Showtime puts them on. Steven Espinoza took my name back to that camp. This is what I think happened. They said, no, that's the guy that's been calling Jake out for almost a year now. He's 4-0 in the ring. He has boxing experience. We don't want to face him. So
they don't want that smoke.
I knew he was playing setups. I knew it.
Yeah, because I guarantee you, my man Darren Williams, who's a fellow Illini and everything, I think he did a great job considering, that was his first time in the ring and everything. I would have knocked Frank Gore out. Okay, it wouldn't have been none of that wrestling and stuff like that, because I've been boxing professionally and with pros for 16 years now, ever since I retired from the NBA. I spar still twice a week with top amateur guys, with pro guys. So that was going to be my plan, not Frank Gore out, even though I respect Frank Gore, but when you get in the ring, it's all that is gone. Yep. My plan was to knock him out, then call Jake Paul out right there, and he would have had to face me.
Well, they knew that. They knew that.
They knew that, and that's why they didn't have me on the undercard.
So how does how does his antics now legitimize the sport? Because there's a lot of people thinking. I read an article a while back, and I tried to find it, but I think they've since deleted it, about Mike Tyson and him.
Yeah, that's in my opinion, that's just rumor, probably started by Jake Paul to get some
propaganda.
Some more interest, because you go back to his last fight, he only did 65,000 pay-per-views. That's real poor, considering he said that he, even if he fights a dog, he's gonna break all kind of pay-per-view records. So he needs some type of attention, and the next guy he fights is gonna have to be a legitimate challenge to him, because nobody else is gonna watch him fight or pay to watch him fight all of these setups. Fought Nate Robinson, who's 175. I'm gonna tell you guys this too. I'm gonna tell you Jake Paul's trick, but he fought Nate Robinson, fought Ben Askren, fought Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley, MMA fighter, but really doesn't know the sweet science. It's different, because I've done both.
Yes.
Jiu-jitsu and MMA is different than boxing. You got to know the sweet science. You got to know how to pull counter. You got to know that Jake Paul comes in wide open with his chin in the air, even when he throws his big right hand. You got to know that Jake Paul has a low gas tank. You got to know that when Jake Paul throws his jab, he brings it back down to his waist so you can counter him easily. All of these things those guys don't know. So Jake Paul's trick is this. He really weighs 210, 215 pounds. Nobody knows that.
So he's lying.
Wow. Yeah, so he sweats down to 190 pounds, and he brings guys up from 175 pounds, 2 weight classes, to meet him at 190 pounds. You look at Nate Robinson, 175 pounds, soaking wet. You look at Ben Askren, never fought above 175 pounds. You look at Tyron Woodley, never fought above 175 pounds. So what you think gonna happen when Jake, after the weigh-in at 190 pounds, he rehydrates back up to 210 pounds?
You got this
side of the 20
advantage.
pounds heavier than he was the night before. What you think gonna happen if he hit them guys? They're gonna go away, right? So let's see you fight somebody in your own weight class, Jake Paul. He won't do that though, will he? He won't do that. I told him in his camp, I said, listen, I'll weigh 210, 215 pounds too, but I'll sweat down to cruiserweight. I'll make 197. That's as low as I can go. But I'll make it there, and then let's fight. Look, guys, the storyline is already there. NBA comes back to get revenge for Jake Paul. NBA family gonna get behind it.
I like that.
Gonna get behind it. My Chris Broussard's gonna get behind it. Mike Wilbon's gonna get. All these guys have mentioned this fight for me on ESPN, but they won't budge.
And tell them the shot coming with you.
The shot. Look,
we're all on the way.
We told them let's do it here in Chicago at the United Center.
Oh, he don't want that smoke.
We'll sell it out.
There's no way.
But hey, look, but they won't do it, man.
Oh no, they ain't gonna do that.
They
won't do
scared.
it. And the thing is, I'm training harder than ever because I think it's still a possibility. Hopefully, so I got to stay in shape. I'm 53. Okay, so I got.
He's like what, 26 or something?
25, 26. Yeah, but I got to stay in shape. I got to stay sharp. I can't take no days off just in case this happens.
Yeah.
Hey, KG.
It might happen, man.
We need a grown ass man whooping.
I actually know his rep. One of the guys I do a podcast with on another network knows his rep because he gave him a Rolex after a fight for asking a question Rolex he likes. So I might just throw this podcast out to his rep and just be like, "What do you think about this?"
Throw it to
see
him.
what happens.
Throw it to him.
I got you.
They scared.
You know what?
got you.
If we get in the ring together, it's gonna be Floyd Mayweather, Arturo Gatti all over again. I don't know what
you know your history.
Oh, yeah.
All I ask is that we get some good seats. That's all I'm asking.
Hey, tell him, Kendall, he can't hide. Tell him wherever you go, you going. The shot coming with you, baby. We can go to Mars and fight this shit out.
Yeah, wherever you go, I go.
Love it.
Hey, so when you were saying Frank Gore, were you talking about football player Frank Gore?
Yeah. You didn't see him. He fought Darren Williams.
He come up to like your belly button, don't he?
I know, but
it's all dynamite, bro.
Yeah, that's who they put in front of him. I mean, and Darren handled him, So Darren doesn't have that much experience, but you know, the thing
Darren
is,
wasn't no little dude either.
ILL,
They can't put that. They can't put that dude in front of you.
Yeah, well, they put him in front of Darren, so they could put him in front of me.
They just want to fight, man. That's some Chicago shit right there. He just want to fight. I don't care. They put him in front of here.
And I'm not just saying this because you on here. I saw your fights, and you can fight for. Had you chose to be a boxer instead of a basketball player, we'd be having you on as one of the Chi-Town's finest boxers.
You could have done that.
I've seen your combinations.
Thanks, man. You know, I always wanted to be a boxer. I wanted to be a boxer before I was a basketball player. My parents had me going to a day camp on 82nd and Racine when I was a kid, because I lived on 82nd and Sangamon.
Okay.
And I picked up boxing, and that's where I learned about bullies, because I was terrified of this kid, man. This kid, he was mean, big, and all this and everything. Then when I went over there and they put the boxing gloves on us, they threw me in there with them. And I went to work on this, and I was like, you know what? I found out about bullies. I'm not going to be afraid of no bully no more, you know? So it did a lot for my self-esteem when I was about 8 years old. Then my parents moved us out after being in the city for 10 years. My parents moved us out to Matson, and there was no more boxing. So that's really where I started playing basketball. I used to hate basketball when I lived in the city. So, you know, because I used to play up at Foster Park, baseball.
I was about to say, you was down the street from Foster Park. You was on Sangamon.
Yeah. I was on the little league team, the Astros, the Phillies, everything in Foster Park. You know? So, but you know, and it's funny because a lot of people think I'm from the suburbs, but I'm really not. I'm from 82nd and Sangamon, you know, and if I had stayed in the city, I was going to go to Leo, you know. You know, but
really? Oh,
yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents had it all planned out for me, but you know, we moved out to the suburbs, and I started playing basketball, man. That's where it all started for me.
Okay. That's what's up. Well, Kendall, we have, and I'm glad you mentioned the fact that you're from Chicago. We have this little game that we play.
Okay.
Called How Chicago Are You?
Okay.
Where I ask you some Chicago questions.
All right.
And if you don't answer half of them right, you might not be from Chicago. So Chris and JB are gonna play with you. AB is going to control the music and the countdown.
Okay.
So we are going to play How Chicago Are You? So hit that clip, AB.
And now, everyone's favorite game show that's sweeping the nation. How Chicago Are You? With your host, CCP's very own Terrence Nickel.
I love that.
That music
I like it.
But AB, did you have to say my whole government name when you said that?
I mean, I didn't throw the middle in there. I only didn't know it.
No middle names. no middle names.
At least he didn't call you Guy Smiley. So come on.
All right. So Chris and JB, you all are playing.
Yep.
So Kendall, you get 10 seconds to think about the question. JB, Chris, y'all get 10 seconds too. And during that 10 seconds, AB is gonna play a little music.
Okay.
After that, we hear do you have a buzzer? Or
I got a whistle tonight.
Okay. So after that, you're gonna hear a whistle. I'm gonna ask each of you for an answer. All right. That's how it's gonna go. We got 2 rounds of 5 Chicago questions.
All right.
And they are not hard.
Okay.
They are not hard. Like the last time they were hard.
Warning you right now, Kendall. They're hard.
Okay.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
No, they're
hard,
not.
man.
All right, so let's kick it off. Question number 1. Easy as hell. What was the meat market on Stony Island?
Moving on.
Yeah.
Oh, There it is. There it is. So I forgot this part. I forgot this part. We gotta let the 10 seconds ride.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say
if the answer blurted out, that is a great way to get eliminated.
Or we could just say all three of us knew it was Moon Oink and go to the next question.
That was too easy. Hell,
I'm pretty sure
Kenny
that
used
was
to
a
live right
layup
down
for
the
them all,
street from
man.
Moon Oink.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. I got a replacement question for that one. That's okay. All right.
Next.
So, next question. What high school did R. Kelly go to? AB, kick that music.
Of course, I'm playing this.
Oh, the Live music. Kendall, that's the Live music.
Line music.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Chris, we go to you first. What you got?
Oh, Simeon.
JB, what you
Kendall's
got?
like, nah.
The school that my son played for and graduated for, Kenwood.
KG, what you got?
Kenwood.
1-1-0.
Yeah.
All right, next question. What year did Evergreen Plaza close?
Oh, that's a good. Ooh.
Chris,
You want to go first, Kendall?
I ain't going. Shit, I'm gonna laugh on this one.
That's a hard one because I'm gonna say 2016.
What you
So
got, JB?
when the $2 show closed down, to me that's when the mall closed down because all we did was go to the Lark. All we did was go to the Lark and Walgreens, and that wasn't nothing. So and bought some fake Superman chains, but that's another story. But it recently just closed, so I'm gonna say 2012.
Close. 2013.
I knew it was.
I ain't know.
So we are still at 1-1-0.
Yep.
Next question. What sports bar on 75th sounds like a football meeting place?
Go first on that.
I don't think you want to go first, Kendall, because then they're gonna know it.
I already know it.
They already know.
All right, so
I want the point though. I want the point.
Hey, Kendall, as you said, I'm gonna put up the numbers.
A true competitor. Go first, KG.
Worse than MJ.
Since my parents are big steppers, that got to be the 50-yard line on 75th Street, owned by Jimmy and Willa.
What you got, JB?
Same, except he's got 05 instead of 50. There you go. You got to put that, JP.
Chris?
50-yard line right off the expressway.
Yeah.
I think that was a layup.
So we got 2-2-1. All right. Now, sticking with the whole club thing. What club east of the Ryan on 79th Street can you go step on Friday nights? KG, what you got?
East of the right now, where you can go step?
Where you can go step on Friday nights on 79th Street, east of the Run.
The dating game?
JB?
What you got, JB?
Well, you said 79th east of the Rhine, so that eliminates the actual club east of the Rhine. So it's got to be somewhere around the Regal, where the Regal is.
I gave y'all the answer.
It's east of the Rhine.
East of the Rhine. Foulmouth.
It's east of the Rhine.
I gave y'all the answer in the question.
Wait, I kicked him out because I wanted Chris to be able to answer.
It's still
man.
open.
Hey, I
It's
said
still
East of the
open.
Rhine.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Get my point back.
2-2
Hey,
and 2.
Hey, but I said the dating game. Y'all know the dating game. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't know the game.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't get in the
But
dating game,
but it's not on 79th.
Nah,
Okay.
that's on Stone. It's on
It
Stone.
is East of the Rhine.
It's on Stone.
Okay, so let's go to number 6. The great Herb Kent used to host this stepping show. I don't like that music, AB.
I love it.
I like the other
Well, there's
music
2 people
better.
here that love it, so that's all that matters.
I like the other
And one of
music
them's our
better,
guest.
man. So, KG, what you got?
I forgot the name of his show, but I'm gonna go with Herb Kent, the Cool Gent. I know that's not the name of his show, but I know his nickname.
That's a half a point.
Yeah.
What you got, JB?
Me, Step in the Club 7.
What you got, Chris?
Damn sure ain't that. Ain't none of that. All I know is Herbie Baby. Herbie Baby.
Well, Kendall was almost right, but JB was all the way right. So point goes to JB.
All right.
So it is 2-3-1.
No, I got 2.
Yeah.
You got 1.
I got East of the Rhine.
You said it was 2-2-2 whenever they had just
That
met.
was the only one you got.
No, it wasn't.
What was the other one?
He got the 50-yard line.
50-yard line.
Yeah, he got 50. He got the 50.
Okay. If y'all say so.
That's why I'm here.
All right. The next question. What studio was the home of the Oprah Winfrey Show?
Oh.
This is a 2-part question.
It's 2-part?
Oh.
It's 2 parts.
All right.
And on what street?
Who you want me to go?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You go first, KG.
Harpo Studios on Washington.
JB, what you got?
Harpo Studios on Washington, and then you went around the corner and ate Wishbone.
Hey,
Chris, you better have somewhere else to go because, man, these 2 are killing you right now.
Hey, Harpo Studios on Washington.
Oh, no.
Okay, so everybody got 2 points.
I got 4 points.
You were wrong?
No, I'm saying 2 points for that question.
Oh,
extra. Okay.
So
okay.
So it's now 4-4-3.
No,
I have
5.
Well, then it's
They got
5-5.
He's got
5-5-4.
Yep.
5-5-4.
So
I'm sorry.
we need a tiebreaker right here.
All right. So number 8. Now we gonna switch. We gonna switch to sports.
Okay.
Yeah, these are easy. What Bulls player was known to eat sandwiches on the bench back in the 80s? KG, what you got?
Was it Artist Gilmore?
Loved Artist Gilmore. Hey, he was a beast.
Since he was the biggest dude out there, I think he might be hungry, man.
7-2 with the flow.
Yeah. So I never heard this one.
Oh,
JB,
man.
what you got?
For some reason, I'm torn between Bob Love and Norm Van Leer, which probably ain't right. Orlando Woolridge. I don't know.
Chris, what you got?
Shit.
He got Pina Colada.
Okay, the 80s?
I know who it is. I think.
I have no idea who the hell they could possibly.
Why don't you give it a shot, AB?
Is it Quentin Daly?
Quentin Daly is the answer.
I only knew that because my buddy Frank Marshall just chimed in and said it was. I cheated.
But how would we know? Like,
yeah.
Like, how do you know shit about that? Like,
Yeah, it was Quentin Daly.
Yeah.
All right, number 9.
Hey, you better hurry up. Kendall gotta go,
And the
man.
score is 5-5-4. Oh, we about to be finished.
No, Kendall, we don't want you to go, but we try to respect your time.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because my wife left me already. I'm already in trouble.
Oh
no.
We'll tip in for some flowers, man. We will.
Okay.
We got you.
What was the original name of the channel you had to pay for back in the 80s to watch the Sox, Bulls, and the Chicago team?
Man.
I know KG know it.
What is
All
it?
right, cut it.
Got it.
KG.
It was either one or two. I'm gonna go with Spectrum TV or On TV. One of them.
JB, what you got?
So my mom gonna probably kill me on this. That was my mom. She chimed in, Kendall. She said, "Hi, Sandra."
Oh, hey.
It was on TV, but it was called Sports Vision, and it had a red and a blue thing and a white thing in the middle.
Chris, what you got?
I'm gonna say it was Sports Vision because I remember the little red thing in the middle. Yeah.
It was Sports Vision.
Sports Vision.
Sports Vision. So what? That's 5, 6.
Yep.
5.
4.
5,
5,
6,
6, 5.
4.
Okay, we only got a couple questions left.
All right.
Barack Obama's favorite breakfast spot in Chicago.
I think Kendall might already know.
All right, cut it.
I'll let those guys go first.
Hey, Kendall. Hey, KG, do you trust me?
I trust you, dog.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I go first?
Go ahead.
Valois.
What you got, Chris?
Valois.
You better pick
What you
different
got,
than him,
KG?
though. You better pick different.
I mean, that's the answer.
He needs to
Valois
pick
on
different.
53rd Street, right?
Yeah.
Lloyd's on 53rd, so everybody get a point.
Right. I can't pick different. That's the answer.
So 6, 7, 6. All right. 11 of 12. What is the longest running street in Chicago?
Want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Fire away.
Cicero.
What you got, JB?
I'm torn between Cicero and LSD, where it turns into Route 41 because it technically goes through Chicago.
Hey, I know this because I had Chicago history one time. Western.
He's right.
Yes.
Oh, Western.
Yes.
Yep.
That is the correct answer.
Way to go,
So now it's tied all around.
No, it's not. I got 7.
But so does
You're
Chris.
the worst point
Chris got
keeper ever,
6.
man.
I got 7, player.
It's 7-6-6. Trust me.
7, 6, 6. Okay. All right.
No, it's tied up.
It's not.
What housing project? What housing project was home of then Mayor Jane Byrne for 25 days? JB.
Cabrini Green.
Okay.
KG.
I'm gonna say Robert Taylor.
Chris.
Brittany Green.
Oh, they got me.
The answer is Cabrini Green.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do y'all want a bonus question? Because really, we're done.
Bonus.
All right. Bonus question. Can you name me all 6 streets of K-Town?
I cannot.
Can anyone?
I ain't no gangster, man.
Why you gotta be a gangster to name K-Town?
Oh man.
KG, you throwing the towel in too?
I think that's a wash.
Actually, I'm throwing a towel in on the case. Yeah, I can't do that.
You can't name the K-Streets?
No, I can't name it.
So
okay, well, forget about the bonus question here because they don't answer it.
Is one of them Chedvale?
Hey, B, I know you ain't finna answer.
No, but
I know you.
I got the bonus question for him.
What's the bonus?
You know what
question?
the bonus question is.
All right,
Kendall. If you get this question right, you automatically win. Automatically. What's the best pizza place in Chicago?
Italian Fiesta.
Oh. Woo! You talking about the one on 83rd or 82nd?
Hey, I'm talking about all of them.
He's talking about all of them. We're all Giordano's here.
Oh no, man! Giordano's is a tourist pizza spot.
I knew he was coming with that.
I knew somebody was.
I like Italian Fiesta.
All right. One more.
I like the grease, especially at night.
You get one more.
I like the grease at night too.
What's the best chicken in Chicago?
Well, you
win.
Yeah! He win. He won.
You win automatically.
It's over with. He won.
You got it, Kendall.
Salt and pepper.
Let's go.
Yeah.
You won. It's over with, man. Hey, but we don't want to take up no more of your time.
Yeah.
You know you already in trouble with your wife.
Yeah, I'm in trouble, dog.
But we so appreciate you taking this time with us,
love,
man.
baby.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it so much, man. And hopefully we can have you back at a later
Please,
time.
KG, please, whenever you got free time.
I appreciate you guys having me on. Let's try and do it, during the playoffs.
Absolutely.
I'll come back and talk about it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Okay, man. Hey, appreciate you, bro.
All right, thanks a lot, brother.
Appreciate it.
You have a good one. Man, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy. He's probably speeding home right now. He's probably like, shit, I got to get there before my wife kills me.
His alibi is solid, though.
Yeah.
You can't have a better alibi.
Absolutely.
I promise.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask my crew real quick.
It's on
Thank
video,
you,
baby.
Julian.
I told you.
How you doing?
Hey, Julian, by the way, is the one that put together that collage.
Hey,
Shout out
Julian
to
is
you.
cold.
Julian is now the art consultant or director for the Chicago Clubhouse podcast.
Julian, welcome to the
Got a
team.
good one.
Thank you. You cold, brother. You cold.
Yes,
But
Great
can
job,
we have a commercial break?
Yeah, actually, we can. Because
we can have a commercial break, and I
got a commercial here for us, guys. Don't worry about it.
No. Hey, Terrence.
Dude, you better not play that Trey Bella.
You know that's what I'm going to play.
Hey, Terrence.
That's all we got, man.
Bro. Like Ice Cube told him, hey, yo, Dre, stick to producing. Just stick to producing, man. No more commercials.
I can't with you guys.
Man, you about to put on that Trey Bella commercial for real?
I thought he was going to kick the Morris commercial.
That's all we have, but you don't have the Morris commercial.
I put him off. I took him off.
I mean,
but I can speak the Morris.
No, we do the Trey Bella. We give her some love.
Let's do it.
Tranquility, Trey Bella. Alleviate the stress of your day. A fresh approach to nail care service at the top of the pampering scale. Awaken your senses with no chemical smells. Relax. We're at your service with professional, personalized treatments. Enjoy a manicure or pedicure tailored to you. Trey Bella Nail Spa, 10349 South Halsted in Chicago. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Trey Bella Nail Spa or book at TreyBellaNailSpa.com.
All right, now hold on. Now wait a minute. Now, that commercial was a little suggestive. Well, at least the music was.
You said to play it.
Baby making music. That's what.
Yeah, that sounds like that Soul Glow music.
Just let yourself.
You said to play that shit, man. Now go get your nails done. Go get your nails done.
I thought it was a hair salon the other day.
Get the French manicure.
Why do you know this?
Gotta go get those spirit fingers done.
Exactly. T knows more about it than I do. I thought it was a hair salon the other day.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hold on, he's about to get into the lavender.
Don't
about to get into the lavender.
About the lavender baths and shit. Don't throw no rocks at me, man.
Here we go.
You throwing rocks out of a glass house right now.
I knew it was coming.
AB puts lavender in his jacuzzi. It takes lavender jacuzzi baths with the towel wrapped around his head.
Oh my God!
Hey T, you know what?
This story gets bigger and bigger every time he tells it.
And that's fine because you know what? If I had a jacuzzi, I'd put some lavender in mine too.
I would in a heartbeat if I.
It was the most thrilling victory.
Would you bake some cookies afterwards?
I wouldn't bake them, but my
Go
old
ahead
lady
and bake
would.
some cookies.
Now wait a minute, we all love cookies now. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, but are we baking them like we Dunkin' Eyes?
Nah, cause him downstairs. That's why.
Him downstairs, he got milk and cookies.
Oh Lord! So we got to put this train back on the track, y'all. So
let's talk about these Bears, man. Ryan Poles. Are we happy with that?
Before you bring up the Bears, I just want to say one more thing about our guests and the insightfulness, because guess what? When we come back, there may or may not have been a trade, and I wanted to go over with each and every one of you all who we needed to really look at, since the trade deadline is like, what is it, Chris, like 2 weeks away? No, it's like about 6 weeks away.
About 6
weeks away. February. No, not 6 weeks, like 3 weeks away.
It's in
February. Nah, it's actually like 2, really. It's
I thought it was the third week.
I thought it was the 11th.
Because it's before the All-Star.
It's about a month away.
All-Star's always around Valentine's
February
Day.
10th. I was off by 1 day.
10th?
February 10th.
Well, okay, so it's 3 weeks now.
That's three weeks away. Shit, I was wrong. Okay.
So I just wanted to point out there.
Well, I ain't counting this week, so shit.
You have to, because negotiations can be made.
Over with. Shit.
So I'm gonna just put my top 3, of which have changed. If y'all don't mind, real quick.
Go for it.
So I look at 3 different options. Some of us had a pipe dream with Jared Allen and all them. That's not gonna happen. But I'm looking at some realistic. I went through the free agency list. I looked who had expiring contracts. I did my nerd thing. And it comes down to a couple of people, because Jeremy Grant and all them, that's not really what's going on. Marvin Bagley, I looked at the defensive efficiency rating, and it wasn't up to par. But I'll give the first one, and I won't even give the other ones. Does anybody know what Zach LaVine, Lonzo Ball, and Montrezl Harrell have in common?
And Montrezl Harrell? Oh.
Yes.
Y'all went to what? UCLA?
No.
They all California kids. I don't know shit.
I would say they all guns, but I don't really know about the third person that you said.
What they all have in common is clutch sports. Montrezl Harrell is on a cap-friendly deal because his money was guaranteed at $9.7 million. Montrezl Harrell could be that enforcer. He was a six-man of the year candidate. He's almost a double-double walking at that power forward position. He was touted at one time coming from the Clippers as a Laker as a good rim protector. He's 6'7", kind of Rodman-esque as far as the height, but he's got a 7'4" wingspan and he's 240.
Big boy.
And I heard that Washington is willing to talk. What do you all think?
What are you giving up?
Well, that's the thing. What do you all think? Because that addresses the need that we have interior defense, but he can also score. It's not like
hell no.
Yeah, but what I
hell no, he can't score. You tell me he can't score.
No.
9.7, Chris. 9.7.
I'm not giving up Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball.
Who said that?
No,
I thought you said that.
No, I said
what do they have in common? They all have the same agent, Rich Paul, Clutch Sports.
Yeah.
2 of his players already play for the Bulls. I'm trying to paint a picture of, you know how sometimes deals are made because of who you with and who you know, not so much as your production and your salary.
See, I got trade deadline and then all those names put together.
9.7, he's reached the point where it's already fully guaranteed. If you go after a John Collins, you got to give up money, plus he's 5 years, 125. I want to dispel that myth.
So
John
we
Collins
giving up Vooch. We
John
giving up
Collins
Vooch.
In this deal, you don't have to give up Vooch.
Speak to me.
If I told you right now that you can get Montrezl Harrell for Kobe White and a second-round pick, are you telling me you wouldn't do it? We trying to win now, right?
Now that's the thing. I remember the old Montrez. I don't know
think
about
you're getting
this
that
new
same
one.
guy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Chris. I mean, what are his numbers right now? Hang on a minute. Let's go look at his numbers real quick, guys.
He's not bad.
So right
I don't
now,
know if I want to give up Kobe White.
right now he's
playing.
He's playing 24.6 minutes a game. He's got 14.2 points and 7 rebounds a game.
What's his defense? What he doing defensively?
Let's see here.
Block
a half
shot,
a steal, and 7/10 of a block.
Right,
and
so
he's
almost
got
a block a
couple
game.
assists. Yeah.
Almost a block a game.
Maybe the Montrezl Harrell from probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
No, 2 or 3 years ago. Remember when he was 6th man of the year, he was on the Clippers coming off the bench, averaging 18 and 9. But he won 6th man of the year. What I'm telling you is this. If they're willing to trade for something as small as Kobe White and a second-round pick, you have to listen. You have to listen. Jeremy Grant is not the answer.
Oh, hell no, he's not.
Some speculate
I was never
Robert
on board
Covington.
with Jeremy
Robert
Grant or
Covington.
Harrison Barnes or whoever, whatever.
Some speculate Robert Covington, who was
or him,
but he's a journeyman right now and he's cheap.
I would, but what is he going to do? What is it?
No, that's my point, Chris. I'm saying if you connect the dots and you bring in a Montrezl Harrell with a Vooch, you don't have to lose Vooch. You have a little bit more stability, and you're getting somebody that can actually score as well as rebound and defend.
Yeah, but they need some. To me, they still need rebounding and they need some shot blocking. They need, because I tell people all the time,
he's giving you the rebounding.
If Vooch gets hurt, or if he gets into early foul trouble, do you truly believe in Tony Bradley or Tyler Cook?
No.
Hell no.
But I'm telling you is this. To me, through my research, I've found that Montrezl Harrell is the most logical pick. If you get a Covington, that's a money pick.
Who would want him? Why?
Because he's an expiring contract and he's available. Yeah. And you don't have to give up much for him.
You get money off
but I mean, he's not going to fall under your knees.
Y'all think about the emotional side, but forget about the business side.
I mean, he doesn't fit.
You're not getting John Collins.
I don't want John Collins.
$125 million contract.
I don't want him.
I do.
I would love John Collins, but you're not getting him because you have to give up too much to get him. And
see, now,
go ahead.
I agree with Frank Marshall here. If you're giving up a Vooch, you're packaging for an Anthony Towns or, something like that, maybe. Like, I don't think
that I can see, but just feel me. The only people that are available are either people that are really not that good on their own team, like a Marvin Bagley we've talked about, or people like a John Collins, like a Jared Allen, who are inaccessible. On that same Cleveland team, you know who they be? You know who Cleveland would say? Would be Kevin Love.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help defensively.
No, it doesn't. Makes you more liable.
He's a liability.
Yeah.
At least Montrezl Harrell can play defense. And he's a hard-nosed guy.
He's a good size guy too, so he can handle that load with those big guys.
He's 6'7", 240. Yeah. When I say Rodman-esque, I mean he's a grit guy. I'm not saying he's going to go get you 14, 15 rebounds a game, but if he give you 7, 8, 9 rebounds a game, but also can give you 15 points at that power forward position and allows Vooch to still do some of his free play on the outside, I think that helps the Bulls.
It could.
Remember, dude is
not a bad name. It's not,
he's 6'7" with a 7'4" wingspan.
He's long.
He's
super
long. But what do you think about changing subjects real quick?
Apparently we're not doing
about. I think we should talk about these football moves that the Bears made today. Are we mad that they signed another Ryan to be the general manager? Are we mad at that?
Wait, go back to that. Trusting Thompson, or is he talking about Tristan Thompson?
I think he's talking about Tristan.
And Tristan Thompson, Tristan Thompson gives you the rebounds and the defense. He doesn't give you the scoring.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. So getting back to what we're about to talk about. God damn it. Are we mad? Are we mad that the Bears signed another Ryan to be the general manager? What do we really know about Ryan Poles, except for the fact that he was at Kansas City and he was responsible for like the best players that they have, some of the best players that they have? What do we know aside from that?
Well, we don't even know. You know, I'll let you guys go first on this. Actually, you guys can go first because I'm gonna be long-winded and forever. So I might as well let you guys go.
Well, one thing is this.
No, you won't. I promise. I promise you won't.
My thing, fellas. My thing is this. If you look at what the Bears did, we had a crapshoot. Ryan Poles' name, I cannot say that he was on my short list. He was not. Did we really know much about him? Probably not. But for some reason right now, the Bears like what Kansas City is doing, hence getting the coach, hence talking about if Eric Bieniemy becomes available, hence now hiring Ryan Poles. For some reason, they like what the Chiefs are doing. The one thing I'll say is this. He assisted in drafting Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Cole Hardman, traded for Tyrann Mathieu, Chris Jones, Frank Clark. Like, he's got an eye for talent. Clyde was hilarious. Trading for Jerick McKinnon. Like, he's got an eye for talent. He really does. I don't have a problem with it. I'm actually kind of more optimistic and hopeful than I'm normally. And that's because if his vision turns out to be what he did with the Chiefs, we're in a good spot.
Chris?
Now let's remember, Matt Nagy came from the Chiefs.
He did.
But we're talking about a play caller as opposed to a person that actually evaluates and gathers the talent.
Yeah.
Was Nagy really a play caller?
Yeah.
Was he really?
For a few games, he was.
Remember that game where
a game
they
he was a play caller.
The Titans in the playoffs, and they were up big, and they came back and lost.
That was
pretty sure Patrick what's his name? The old QB for them.
Oh, Alex Smith.
No, the old QB for the Titans. He threw a touchdown pass to himself in that game.
Marcus Mariota.
Mariota, that's what it is. I don't know why it escaped me. So, Chris, what do you think about it?
That's what I think. I think it's an okay hire. I mean, it's a guy that not too many people were talking about as far as analysts and writers, but there was a little something going on saying that they were talking about Ryan Poles. He was also a finalist for 3 teams. 3 teams like this guy. So if 3 other teams like him and he's a finalist, not too bad. Also, he happens to be a minority. So by being a minority, I looked it up, you get a comp pick for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Because they hired a minor. So we've been talking about our draft capital, how we ain't got too much.
We've been short on draft capital. This does help.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
That's definitely a good
And then
thing.
also, I heard in his interview, he stood up there and he told management that he want to run the show. Nobody runs the show but him. So right now, I like it. We got a little time.
like that.
His next biggest move is going to be who he brings in for coach. I've gone and heard that it may be Brian Flores. It may be the DC from the Saints. It may be Jim Caldwell. You know, they got also something to think about. I don't know how exactly it's going to go. Sean Payton said he don't want to come back to New Orleans. So I don't know if that means that he's not going to be available. He has to sit out a year. I don't know.
I can touch on that one. So, all right. Our buddy Julian here asked the same question, C. So first of all, we'll start with Sean Payton. Albert Breer actually came on today, very, very well known in the entire NFL world. He was on with ESPN 1000 this morning. He said specifically, Sean Payton, he's not coming here. Why? They've already contacted him. He doesn't like the way we run our organization. So he specifically said, I'm out of that. I've heard rumors that he might be going into announcing as well. Maybe he might be a color commentator next year. He shot those down, but there's been actual reports out that they've reached out to him already. NBC, these other Fox, all the big names. So Sean Payton, probably not coming back this year. I would say next year he's going to come back. He's going to be with a new team. I would look at teams like the Cowboys. That's probably the one on everyone's radar right now because Mike McCarthy will probably be gone by then. So I would say no for Sean Payton. I don't think that's happening.
They fired him already.
Mike McCarthy?
Yes.
When?
They fired him right after the season.
No, they didn't. Buddy,
I'm telling you, they fired him already.
I'll bet you another case of beer that you owe me that they didn't.
What he's saying is it just hasn't been official made. But
they haven't. I'm telling you, they have not fired him yet. And maybe he's fired, maybe not, T, but that's the place that I see him going, man. So we're going to move on to that. I would say right now, just like Chris said, the biggest thing he can do right now is to bring in a good head coach. He's got a good list. If he brings in Jim Caldwell, this is the same scenario, guys. It's the same scenario that we saw back in 2015 when they had Ernie Accorsi. They brought in Ryan Pace and forced him to hire John Fox. Jim Caldwell is their guy upstairs. I don't buy for a minute that he wants Jim Caldwell, a 67-year-old coach, when he's a 36-year-old GM. He's a young kid. He wants a fresh new offense, a fresh look. He does not want an old player or any old coach on this team. I'm telling you guys, it's not going to happen unless they force him to. And then if they do, we're back in the same scenario, man. So it all depends on that for me. I can't grade him right now, except I know that, yes, he was a part of hiring all those Chiefs guys, but how much of it was him? How much of it was him when they drafted Patrick Mahomes? How much of it was him when they got a Kelsey? None of us know.
We'll never know that.
We don't know that.
But I want to pump the brakes for a hot
second. Can I give my opinion?
My bad. Go ahead.
Can I give my opinion on the GM?
Go ahead.
Thank you, JB. Appreciate it. I think we need a GM that isn't so worried about sticking his head in George McCaskey's ass for job security.
I agree.
That's what I think. I think that he needs to worry about getting a good product on the field for job security. That's what I think. And the fact that he came in here and said that I want to win and I want to run the show, that lets me know, okay, God damn it, we might have a winner in here.
Maybe.
I don't know shit else about you, but I like that part. So I can't pass judgment on him yet. So I'll say, all right, let's see what happens. So I'm not gonna say shit yet.
That's all we can do right now. I agree with you completely, T, but it's hard for a coach or a GM really to come in here whenever the owner keeps meddling in everything he's doing all the time.
Exactly.
And that's been a problem, man. And until they step back and let this GM do his job, it's not going to change. Like, I honestly wanted a more guy that had more of a president type role. Like I wanted an Omar Khan. Rick Smith was my number one guy. I still haven't figured out why Rick Smith didn't actually get an interview. He said he was interested, then all of a sudden, I haven't heard anything.
I think they spoiled it. I think before they hired Ryan Poles, they were talking about that the Bears were supposed to be interviewing Rick Smith, and then all of a sudden it came out that Ryan Poles was the GM. And
yeah, I mean, Elliot Wolf was another name I was looking at. There was a lot of good names on this list that had president potential, because that's eventually what this is going to be. It's going to start as him as the GM, and slowly George is going to move back.
Right.
And he's
going
to jump the president role, which is what we always talk about, man. It's they have to change that structure first before they can actually make these, big time moves. And man, they're still running a mom and pop shop if they get Jim Caldwell. I'm sorry. It's the same thing from Arians, Pace, and Fox to what we're seeing now. They brought in an old guy to hire a GM. They got a young GM with, I think, 13 years experience, exactly the same as Ryan Pace. First name's even the same. Last name, initials even the same.
Yeah,
they barely got to change the name tag.
I'm going to put a plug. I'm not going to sit up there because he got a few similarities to Ryan Pace. Because let's be honest, Ryan Pace wasn't all the way bad. Now Ryan Pace had his moments where he did.
He was terrible. What do you mean?
I knew Terrence.
He had his time when he was horrible. He did a few good things. He did. He did.
I knew the second you said that
he drafted our $20 million goddamn linebacker that we about to pay.
That was a layup.
That's one.
That wasn't a layup.
That was a layup. Don't you even know? It was him or it was Quentin Nelson, who are both all-pro guys. That was a layup.
Hold on. Tell you the truth, he could have went with Trayvon Edmonds from Virginia Tech, the one that's over there at Buffalo killing. The one that actually
he was terrible.
Trayvon Edmonds got more damn Pro Bowls than damn Roquan Smith did.
Another layup.
That's another layup.
Another layup.
A point. You're
one thing that we know. First of all, we know one thing about drafting. Drafting is a crapshoot. There's no sure thing.
No.
Ever. There's no sure thing.
I can't agree with that.
So it's always a crapshoot. You can sit up there, right? Exactly.
That's the only one I know.
Peyton Manning. I don't think Peyton Manning. Everybody in the draft. Anytime you get drafted, it's a crapshoot. How many Heisman Trophy? How many number one picks? Quarterbacks have set up there and been flops.
Oh,
tons of them.
So what has Ryan Pace? What has Ryan Pace done? What has Ryan Pace done to be okay?
I'm not saying that Ryan Pace was a great GM.
You just said that.
He do some good things. He said he also traded for Khalil Mack.
Yeah, and he also traded for Mitch Trubisky.
Hey, I didn't say the man was great. I said he has done some good things. Why?
Where it matters.
He has done a few good things. I didn't say he was a great quarterback. GM. I didn't say he was a good GM. I said he's done a few good things. Y'all trying to sit up here and tell me because he has similarities to Ryan Pace, like he's going to be just like Ryan Pace.
How many GMs get a second chance at hiring?
I didn't say that.
His name was Ryan Pace did, and you're bringing him in it.
All I said was his name was Ryan. So we gonna see, because his name is Ryan, just like the dude that we had to get rid of. That's all I said. But in seriousness, we don't really know what he does or what he did or what he had to do with Patrick Mahomes. Clyde Edwards hilarious. We don't know. We don't know. All we can do is say, good luck, brother. We'll see what you do. That's all we can say.
Yep.
So that's all I'm gonna say.
We have another quick question, and this is important. From our friend Melissa. She's asking, is anyone going to talk about Terrence and that facial expression on his IG post?
I have no idea what she's talking about.
I know what she's talking. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go find that. You guys just keep talking. You guys keep on rolling. I'm going to find this bad boy.
I mean, tell me this. What do you guys think about Dable?
No.
About who?
Brian Dable.
This is where this is going to be the only time in history that me and JB are completely against.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Dable either. He don't like to run the ball.
Okay, why?
He doesn't like to run the ball. I see what I see him. Huh?
You sure about that?
Does he?
Yeah, he likes to run the ball with Josh Allen.
And what does our
He
quarterback
likes to
do
run
well?
the ball with Singletary. What do you mean?
Singletary
If you
only
give
had 10
him
carries, if that.
Singletary is a guy. You
The
give
reason
him
why
a
I say
David
he don't like
Montgomery.
to, he
you
had
give him
a
Justin
game where he
Fields.
only
Oh.
ran the ball 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And was it warranted that game?
No, it wasn't.
Why?
It wasn't.
What game was it?
AB.
I forgot what game it was, but it was a game where he only ran the ball 3 times.
AB.
There's not a game in the NFL where you should only run the ball 3 times. Not one. Hell, you
That's
can do that in
true.
the first
Couldn't
series. The first
agree
3
with you
plays
on
can be a
that,
run.
AB.
I'm listening.
I have to bring this to your attention. A lot of people throughout chats, groups, whatever, they want to get on Todd Bowles for making a risky defensive call. They want to get on Leslie Frazier for not being in the prevent defense when all the media, all the hype, if you follow these certain players, Travis Kelce altered what the traditional strategy for containing them would be to change the play to make them get that extra yardage to get in the field goal range, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But you know what I can't give up? In my mind, Brian Dable lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 9-6.
Yeah, he did.
I cannot get that out my mind.
So who do you guys want again?
Wait a minute. Wait. Let me give you more.
Okay.
Those same people that said Josh Allen had a great year passing, 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Great year. Look at him running the ball. I think he had like another 6 rushing touchdowns, whatever. Those same people pissed on Patrick Mahomes for having 37 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. I'm not sold on Brian Dable. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not saying he's not good.
I've watched him these past few weeks, and
Brian
it
Dable.
seems like he's calling plays better than anyone in football. I'm sorry, I don't agree with this.
All 4 of us watched that last game. All 4 of us watched that last game. If Tyrann Mathieu, who's their Pro Bowl, 3-time All-Pro.
That's enough, man.
Now let me finish.
I know what you're going to say.
But does he have that type of game? Not saying he doesn't still produce, but does he have that type of game?
I think he does.
I know he doesn't.
I really does.
Because in the playoffs, he's proven that he doesn't.
Yeah, but a lot of what they were doing would have really took Tyrann Mathieu out of the game. It's not like he was throwing to the side. I don't think that's the case.
That's
JB.
not correct.
He could have ran the ball.
They isolated a rookie safety.
They did.
As opposed to a 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
That's different. That guy's not falling for all the fakes. Gabriel doesn't get open all those times for those 4 touchdowns and 207 yards.
Yeah, but that's
Tyrann Mathieu's there.
Yeah, but that scheme isn't going to be the same, JB, whenever you have a Tyrann Mathieu. He had a different game plan for him. He just exposed a weakness that he knew was there. That's what we're looking for in a coach who literally takes what they give him and looks for weaknesses and takes advantage of him, and he does that shit better than half the guys in the league.
Anybody should do that. Any coach should do that. If you're not taking advantage of then you're stupid.
Exactly my point. Half of these coaches in the league are like that anyway. We literally have a guy in our lap who developed Josh Allen. You could bring in a Ken Dorsey who also developed Josh Allen into a Pro Bowler. What do we need right now? Development at quarterback. Obviously, that's the perfect. It's a match made in heaven. He does exactly what we need. He's got Justin Fields, big arm. Josh Allen, big arm. Josh Allen can run the ball.
All things are considered equal. All things considered equal. Who did they lose to in the playoffs last year in the AFC Championship game?
The Chiefs.
Who did they lose to this year in the playoffs?
The same team. Who else has beaten the Chiefs?
Time out. So the only barometer that we have.
No one.
The only barometer we have, if all things are considered equal, you lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 9-6. So if you want to kill Todd Bowles for one play, if you want to kill Leslie Frazier for one play, you have to kill Brian Dable losing to the Jaguars 9-6.
That's
I'm
not even the
killing
game
him
that
then,
matters,
'cause
though.
I
That's a
killed
completely
Leslie
different
Frazier
game. Like,
top ball.
you are comparing.
Tell him
regular
we
season
killing
game-
Leslie Frazier. Like, dude, what are
Yes.
you doing?
Because it's a
Yes,
playoff
dog.
game, JB. That's a completely different scenario, man. It's a playoff game versus a regular season game where they probably went half-ass anyway. You could name tons of coaches in the league who have done the same thing, who have lost to good teams. John Harbaugh lost to the Jets. Are we killing John Harbaugh?
Actually,
He won a
yeah.
Super Bowl. Are you killing him?
He won a Super Bowl, but we're talking
Okay,
about
then exactly my point.
Well,
You
we're-
can't literally
Brian
sit here and
Daboll
say
ain't
that.
never won no damn Super Bowl.
No, he hasn't. But he's developed a quarterback. His freaking QB coach helped him develop a quarterback.
I
And
want
he's
to say,
literally
so
the
time
second
out.
best
Stop.
quarterback in the league, bro.
AB, stop. I'm not going to give all that credit to Brian Daboll. I'm going to give a lot more credit to Ken Dorsey.
And that's why he comes with him. That's literally my plan. My plan is to bring him as
I
a head
like
coach
Ken
and bring
Dorsey.
Dorsey
I like
as the
Ken Dorsey.
offensive coordinator. You've
Ken
got
Dorsey
two
has
guys
a
who
mind.
him then.
I like Ken Dorsey.
I
Then that
think you
means you
need
get
to
two
call
guys.
George McCaskey then and tell him to give Brian Daboll a second interview only under the condition that he bring Ken Dorsey with him.
That's
But I'm
exactly
telling you,
what I would do.
Hey,
100%,
if y'all never
Terrence.
listen
I
to
agree,
me,
yeah.
listen to me now. I'm telling you, they're looking at all the options. They're looking at first, second, and third, fourth, fifth. Most important thing is who can come in and develop Justin. That's all they're looking for. And I'm not, hold on, AB, let me finish. I'm not saying that the combination of Daboll and Dorsey can't.
Okay.
But those same people that are saying one play for Frazier, one play for Bowles eliminates them for the head coaching position. You lost 9-6 to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a little bit more.
Well, Matt Eberflus lost to the Jaguars last game of the
and
season.
I don't
too,
want him
so
either.
He shouldn't
He
be
wasn't
in either.
even in the conversation.
No, he's had 2 interviews.
He wasn't even in this.
Not-
he wasn't
no,
in
but-
this conversation.
He's on their
Oh,
short
he's
list
not
right
in
now.
our right, he's on their
Jim
short
Caldwell
list.
never lost to anybody bad.
What I'm talking
But
about
I could go look that up
is
too.
he wasn't
Of course
even
we
in our
can. But what I'm
conversation.
That's what I'm saying,
And I
JB.
think it was on
Everybody can.
purpose.
But remember,
I think it was on purpose. We don't give a fuck about Matt Eberflus.
no.
Right?
But remember, AB,
We
I
weren't
don't
talking
want
about
Jim
him.
Caldwell as my head coach. I
Whatever
don't
the
want
fuck,
Jim Caldwell
whatever
as
the
my head
fuck
coach.
his name is.
I
I
want
don't
him
even
as my
know his
OC.
fucking name.
Hang
man.
on, guys. Hang on.
Matt
We all gotta get
Eberflus?
on the same page here. All right, JB.
Eberflus? Whatever the fuck his name is.
Eberflus.
JB, you can go.
I sound like flux capacitor. I don't want him. Remember flux capacitor? All that shit.
Back to the future.
Hey, I like what Frank just said.
I understand where JB is going. You don't need to only bring in the head coach to fix Justin Fields. You pick the right coach for the Chicago Bears football. You can bring an offensive system to develop Justin, and that's exactly what you're going to do in my plan. That's exactly what you're going to do.
Hold on one second. All right. So tell me this, AB. You've been sounds like you've been clamoring for Dable.
After the past couple weeks,
how many times do you think that a running back should have as far as rushing attempts a game?
It depends on the game. It depends on who you're
We're
going
just
up
talking
against.
about on a regular basis, just on a regular game.
AB, that means he knows something. That means he knows something.
Apparently, someone's just throwing shit around your house.
Nah, shit is falling. That's the damn. It's Candyman and shit.
I
You
mean,
know, right
random
What about
number.
Cabrini, man? You
Your
might wanna
wife
stop
trying
talking
to tell you
mirrors.
to get your ass in bed. Stop bullshit.
Hey, Terrence, he might want to stop talking to mirrors.
Hell yeah, I'm about to get that bed.
No, man. So it depends on who you're going up against. Because if you're going up against the number one in the league, rushing wise, you're obviously not going to run the ball 30 times a game or 25 times a game.
I'm just talking about. So check this out. This year, Devin Singleton, he's their number one back. He's played in 16 out of the 17 games.
Yep.
He's averaged only 11 rushing attempts a game.
Because he's not David Montgomery.
No, it's not about being David Montgomery.
Yes, it is.
He's your number one running back. There's no way that you're going to tell me that your number one running back should only get 10 rushes a game.
If your number one running back is Derrick Henry
or 11,
or it's Devin Singletary, which one do you think you're going to run more? Do you think the Titans run more than them because they got Derrick Henry? It depends
Well,
on
of course.
on everything, guys. Like you literally look at this roster. We're a run good offense. We can run the ball. Brian Dable's going to play to our strengths, and that's what I'm telling you is that this guy literally.
I'm not sold on that.
I'm not sold on that either.
Well, you don't have to be. I'm not sold on Jim Caldwell because he's 85 years old.
Not that, but also you do
he
realize
went from 67 to 85 that quick.
But I want him as my OC. I don't want him as my head coach.
He's not applying for that job right now, is he?
You also do realize that early on when
I want him as my clergy.
A little spell that Brian Dable was falling out of favor.
Yeah,
but he just got back in.
As
to
he
what
should.
they did in the playoffs or leading up to the playoffs.
As he should.
But there's no way that your number one running back shall have only 11 attempts a game.
It is if it's Devin Singletary. I'm sorry, but Devin
Singletary
Singletary is garbage.
Even with those 11
you
attempts,
get 11 rushes with Devin Singletary.
Did you say Devin Singletary is garbage?
He's not that good. He's a guy.
Yeah, he's a guy. He's not great.
He's no one important. Okay, you have like 11, 12 carries with him, right? Josh Allen's going to get you what, like 5 or 6 on a good day?
Don't forget about Zach Moss.
And then Moss is going to do probably 2 or 3.
That's about right. I'm going to say because that's about another 8 and 9, right?
So that's over 20 a game. So what are we talking about here?
AB.
That's running back by committee.
Sign off your computer right now. Sign off your computer.
I'm not. I'm going to die on this hill. I'm sorry, but I do not want Jim Caldwell.
Devin Singletary is just
First of all, I don't want Justin Fields running the ball 7 times, period.
I don't want Justin Fields running unless he breaks down.
Unless the game dictates it, then absolutely, I agree with you, Chris. But sometimes the game dictates that you do that. Look at what Patrick Mahomes did, man. He ran the ball all day.
Stop. Josh Allen, if you really pay attention to the game, Dable calls design runs.
Yeah.
That's different than I'm taking off. That's a lot different than I'm design
strength.
I don't want Justin Fields to turn into Cam Newton.
I don't either, and he's not going to.
If Brian Dable comes, he's gonna have about
That's not necessarily
7 to 10 design runs
a different type of quarterback, like JB. He plays to his guys' strengths and he builds from their strengths. What does Justin do well?
You know
What's
what
he
I
do well?
see in Dable? I see Matt Nagy. That's what I see in him. Just probably a much better play call. I just see Matt Nagy because he runs a lot of 5-man protection.
He does.
They got them 5 guys and then shotgun. I don't want to see that all over again.
What did the Chiefs do?
That's different.
No, it's not. Our GM is from the Chiefs. It's the same thing. That's exactly
He's
what
the
I'm
GM. He's not the play caller.
He's going to fit personnel for what they're doing. It's the same thing. Where did he come from?
He's not the play
Where did he come from, Chris?
He's the GM.
Exactly, but he came from the Chiefs, and he's going to fit that kind of system to what we're doing.
No, he's not. He's going to fit to whatever the coach that he picks system.
Which is what Brian Dable's going to do.
Oh, my God. If he
this
picks Brian Dable, Justin Fields
It's just bias.
I think
it's a bias.
This conversation.
We're all gonna.
I think this conversation.
We're all gonna disagree on this one. It is.
Yeah.
It's okay to disagree, but here's the thing: everybody has their short list.
Yeah.
So if Dable is on the Bears short list, will I be critically upset? No. But if he tells me right now, as I'm Virginia, and you're interviewing, or I'm Ted, or I'm George, and you're interviewing me. I'm interviewing him. And you tell me you're bringing in Ken Dorsey as your offensive coordinator / QB coach.
Yes.
Then I'm looking at your play calling, like Chris said. Then I'm also looking at the Jaguars game, like I said. Then I'm looking at no.
Yeah, no.
Because there's not enough evidence to show in Chicago what we have currently constructed that you can make this work. And I think Brian Dable has a great mind. I really do. I really do. But I don't think he's right for what we're trying to do in Chicago.
He's gonna try to air it out. And right now,
we don't have the receiving core to air it out.
Okay.
We don't. We don't. Come
I
on.
can agree with that. Yeah,
We
yeah,
don't.
100%. But it's not about the first year. It's not about the second year, JB. What do we always talk about?
Now this goes back to you want to blow the damn team up again.
You know it.
Hey, tell me this.
You know it.
Tell that to the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell that to the Cincinnati Bengals.
The Cincinnati Bengals have
Bengals sitting up here in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, now.
What you mean now?
What they do? They got rid of their old garbage. That's
They
exactly
did.
what
They broke it all down to the studs.
They broke it all down and redid it. That's exactly what they did. Chris, you're making my point.
Hold on. Let's get one thing
No, Chris,
straight.
he's right.
Tell
They
me
did.
one
They
person.
They stripped it all down.
Person on God's green herb that sit up there and had the Cincinnati Bengals going to the AFC Championship game. Hell, tell me one person on God's green earth that had the Cincinnati Bengals winning the fucking AFC North. Tell me one person
Somebody
that
from
had
Cincinnati. That's about it.
Huh?
Someone from Cincinnati. It's about it.
And I don't know if they had that shit.
We talked.
all
I
thought
had
they
Baltimore.
were-
I had
thought they
Baltimore no matter what. I had Baltimore.
We all
Had
thought they were
Baltimore
1
winning.
year early. Like,
Probably
got
O'Brien on the streets of Cincinnati probably had them in as a AFC Championship
Frank
team.
Marshall said LeBron James.
And screw him.
Nah, he probably had Cleveland.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cleveland's probably the one. Man. But no,
That was funny, Frank.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that clown. Did you see what he did the other day? When he was on the bench and leaned over and said, "Let me see the stat sheet to see what I got." Dude, you're losing by 20.
Hey, he's a legend. I don't care.
Hey, Chris, we ain't even gonna do that.
Who we talking about? LeBron?
Yeah.
He
Hey, screw Queen James unless he want to come on this show and defend himself.
Dude, man. We don't need to talk about that dude.
No.
What we need to do,
But that's why,
go ahead.
like even with Cincinnati, right? Everybody was clamoring. What were they clamoring for in the draft? What did they say that Cincinnati needed?
It depended on who you talk to.
Well,
Everybody
yes.
was sitting up there
Some
saying
people
that
wanted
Cincinnati
Jamar
needed
Chase.
an offensive lineman.
Some people
That's
wanted
what they were talking
Sewell.
No, they got one of the best offensive lines in football.
No, they don't. No.
What?
No.
Did
He's
you watch
been
that
sacked-
Titans
he's
game,
been sacked
JB?
as many times as Justin
He got
Fields.
sacked
maybe
9
more.
times.
Stop. If you go look at not Cincinnati, I'm sorry. Cleveland. You said
We're
Cleveland.
not talking about. We talking about Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Right. I messed up.
Yeah.
Cleveland has one of the best offensive lines.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
my mistake.
Yeah.
Cincinnati's
100% right
offensive
there.
line,
This
Anthony
man just
Munoz
got his
came
ass
on and
tore
said
up
they're
with 9
terrible.
sacks. He's part of 4 quarterbacks that have only gotten sacked that many times and sit up there and won a playoff game.
And won a game.
He's
No,
that
you're
good.
right.
He's that good.
For some reason, I had Cleveland in my mind.
Yeah, and he's that good. And what did they do in that offense? Anyone?
Shit, they got
They throw the
that's
ball
like Joe
quite a
Mixon
bit,
made
don't
that
they?
deal.
They throw
Joe
the ball
Mixon
quite a
throws
bit.
That ball.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm trying to sell you right now, and you're telling me that that's not good enough. But then you bring up Cincinnati, who does the exact same thing.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Cincinnati
they do.
runs the ball more.
How many yards did Joe Burrow have?
4K.
Rushing?
Okay.
348 yards throwing the ball.
What you talking about? Oh yeah,
I'm talking about the
they
playoff
got
game.
pass.
He had a span where he threw 900 yards in like 2 games. They're killing people,
What they
beating them
knocked
down.
out?
And you're going to tell me that when I'm literally throwing you the same type of offense right now, and you specifically brought up Cincinnati, and now you're going to backtrack because I'm
Whoa,
proving
no,
you.
no. Let's get one thing straight. Buffalo is a better team than Cincinnati. Cincinnati was, but Buffalo's a better team.
Are they?
Cincinnati has been down a lot of games. Their defense is horrendous. Horrendous. I can understand why they had to throw the ball. Buffalo had one of the better defenses in the league.
Number 1.
Oh, I'm sorry, the number 1 defense in the league. And they were still
zero
laying
Pro
the shit
Bowlers.
out like we were playing 11 on 11.
Bengals ran the ball the 5th lowest
Oh, I'm
amount
sorry, 7
this
on
year
7.
in the NFL. And you sat here and told me how great they were and how they did things. And I'm literally telling you the same exact
They
thing.
have
That this is,
Joe
no, you wait,
Mixon.
you wait, you wait, you wait, you wait.
So tell me who ran the league.
Wait.
Damn,
Wait. Let me say what I'm going to say.
Go ahead, say it.
You said to me, look what Cincinnati did. Cincinnati is the 5th lowest rushing offense in the NFL. They
Right.
broke it down to the studs.
Right.
They drafted their quarterback. They went after their guys. That's literally what I'm trying to tell you right now that I want to
How
do.
many games was Cincinnati down? You're not going to run the ball if you're down.
All right.
How many games was Buffalo down?
All right.
Come on,
Well,
man.
hey, Chris, I'll say this.
Trying to break this shit up.
I'll say this.
I got you on this one, man. I'm sorry.
Cincinnati becomes the model because they have a 4,000-yard quarterback. They have 2,000-yard receivers, and they have a 1,000-yard running back.
And how many games were they down?
Pause. The fact of the matter is, Joe Mixon is a better running back than Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. But what Brian Dable does, of which I can't think of the coach's name of Cincinnati, what he doesn't do,
Zach Taylor,
is he doesn't do design quarterback runs knowing that your line is suspect. He gets the ball out quick. He gets the ball to his receivers and his playmakers, and they matriculate down the field.
Because Joe
Matriculate.
So,
who said that?
That's because Joe Burrow
back in the 50s.
Joe Burrow doesn't run the ball.
Back in the 50s.
No, Joe Burrow does not run the ball. That's my point.
But so you've got Justin Fields who can run the ball. Of course, you're going to run the ball with Justin Fields a little bit, man.
If you do too many design runs with Justin Fields, he becomes Cam Newton.
Hang on.
Are you going to run the ball if you down majority of the time? Hell no.
No.
You're going to pass the ball.
And that's what the Cincinnati been the whole damn season. Hell, they were throwing
Were they down
crazy
in that
against
Tennessee
us.
game by a lot?
Huh?
I don't remember them being down by a whole lot in that
No,
game.
they were front runners. They were winning.
Oh,
they
were.
losing.
And they still were throwing the
losing.
ball.
They never
And
was
they
losing.
still won the game. And you still talked about
And he
how
got
great
sacked
they
9
were.
times.
Yeah, he got sacked 9 times.
Yeah, and they still won.
Yeah.
By a field goal.
So you're furthering my point. Like, you furthered my point this whole time. Everything you said furthered what I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on. First of all, let's get one thing straight. You talking about one damn game. I'm talking about a season.
I need some popcorn. Shit.
I'm talking about a season.
How many games?
Hell,
did
they
the
were
Bengals
down
win?
crazy.
How many games did the Bengals win in a row? Like, they went on this crazy hot streak, right? They beat up on their own division, beat all these guys, throwing the ball. They threw the ball all season. They won their division, one of the hardest ones in football. And you're going to tell me that, they should probably run the ball more, when literally they're almost toward the Super Bowl throwing the ball.
They've been down a lot. That's why if you
But
down
they're
a
not
lot,
losing
you're
these
not gonna run the
games,
ball.
are they?
You're
Are
not
they
gonna
losing
run the
these
ball.
games?
You run the ball when you're down a lot.
Whenever they're ahead, they start using Joe Mixon, right? They run with Joe Mixon when they're ahead a little bit. They might do little dump passes with Joe Mixon right there ahead. What do you think Brian Dable's going to do when he's ahead? You think he's just going to throw the ball 50 times? He's not that guy. Like, you're making Brian Dable out to be something he's not. Like, yes, he does like to throw the ball, yes. But he's got Devin Singletary.
He ran the ball 3 times.
He doesn't have Joe Mixon. He doesn't have a David Montgomery. He doesn't have any of these guys. He's got Devin freaking Singletary, man. Like, you cannot tell me that Devin Singletary is even in the same stratosphere as Joe Mixon or David Montgomery. Not gonna convince me that.
I agree.
Different guys, different guys.
He's not garbage, though.
He's not garbage, but he's a dude.
He's not Joe Mixon. He's not
Joe Mixon, and he's not David Montgomery.
Whenever
you have a specific type of player, you play your offense towards your best players. David Montgomery's probably the best offensive player on that team. Of course, he's going to use David Montgomery. He's not stupid, man. He's not stupid. This whole freaking playoffs, before the playoffs, New England. He dominated New England. He dominated Bill Belichick. He called a perfect game. He knows exactly what needs to be done.
Well, except for that game when New England only threw the ball 3 times and they got decimated. But
yeah,
I think we should put in a letter to
You're
Brian
right there,
Dable
JB. That happened
that
in a blizzard.
AB is like his #1 fan.
I'm not his #1 fan. I'm just not a fan of Jim Caldwell because it's the same shit we've been doing for years, man.
I don't think any of us is a #1 fan of Jim Caldwell.
Remember, I told you, I want Jim Caldwell as my offensive
Who do you want as the head coach then?
I'm sorry.
Nobody.
Say it.
I like Flores.
I like Flores.
I wasn't sold on Flores at first.
I don't want Jim Caldwell as the
But
head
now
coach.
I am. I'm sold on Flores. I wasn't at first, but now I am. I like Brian Flores.
When Flores got the job in Miami, guess who he picked as his OC?
Who?
Jim Caldwell.
Yeah.
Look it up.
No,
Look it up.
I'll take
right.
the old man as OC.
And then he
I've
left
been
there.
saying that.
But he left there because of medical reasons. But everyone thinks that he left there because he doesn't like Brian Flores. And guess what else I can tell you, JB? Guess what else? Week 6, Jacksonville Jaguars versus who? The Miami Dolphins. Lose 23-20. So again, what are you talking about here? Because they lost to the Jaguars. Now
But Jim
what?
Caldwell he wasn't coaching.
Brian Flores was coaching. Now what?
Wait, this year or last year?
You used the fact that they lost to a bad team as the reason why you didn't want him. But I just gave you a reason why they should not get Flores then, right?
Last year.
Shouldn't get this year. Lost to the Jaguars. Now what?
So you know he had a running coordinator and a passing coordinator. Say that score again. Say that score again.
22. Or sorry.
How
it
long
was,
are we gonna?
20,
how long are we gonna beat this subject up?
It was 23-20. Then the next week they lost to the Falcons, 30-28. Another garbage ass team. They barely beat the Texans. They beat them by like 8. What about that? Like,
how long are we gonna beat this up, guys?
Man.
You know what they didn't do? You know
how
what they
long
didn't
are
do?
we gonna beat the same thing up over and over again?
They
didn't
lost by
lose
3. Either way, they still lost to a bad team. Like, you
Okay.
can't use these examples, man.
9-6 means you have no offensive production. None.
All right. Okay, we've exhausted this
JB, I
topic.
still love you.
We've exhausted this topic, man. We've exhausted this topic. Let's get to some shout outs.
Yeah.
Let's get to some
Absolutely.
shout outs and get out of here. We've been on here for 2 hours and 16.
We're actually doing good on time tonight.
Minutes.
Hey, yeah, for real.
But we've
We're
been beating
doing a
this
lot
same
better.
shit up. We've been beating this same shit up for like half an hour.
Oh, man.
It's bruises all over this shit.
Why don't you go ahead and get off Foul Mouth C?
No.
Yeah, cool. I'll kick it off. Shout out to John's mom joining us once again.
Yes.
Man, I gotta get my mom on here. I be forgetting to tell her, man. Mama, she's so old, man. Let me forget to tell her. I'm sorry, mama. I'm gonna tell you one of these days. Come on. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat. Shout out to the homie, Shot Town legend, KG, showing us some love. You know, even though he ain't had to, he came and showed his boys from the shot some love. Shout out to JB, AB, T. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our super producer. She know who she is. She won't be seeing this until she probably wakes up.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah, and you know, shout out, keep supporting us. Shout out to everybody, man. Keep supporting us. We really enjoy doing this, and we love to hear you guys' feedback and chime in with us and everything. And that's all I got. Shout out to my kids who should be in
the kids who should be in
The
bed.
kids who should be in the bed.
In the bed.
Get y'all little badasses in bed right
And
now.
shout out to my girl, baby. I'm coming soon.
Hey, was my mom said this show is off the chain.
She's loving this one. She likes us biting. Mom's
Oh my God.
Mom's loving when their kids fighting, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
Hey, shout out to Julian too, man. He had some good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Julie was killing it, wasn't he though?
Yeah, he was.
Hey.
JB, it's on you.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to moms. Always my number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 supporter. Love. Shout out to our guests, because guess what? When we talk about Chicago and we talk about the Bulls and we talk about basketball, he's covered it as a player, collegiate, high school. He played in the league. He played for the Bulls, and now he commentates on the Bulls. What a great guest. What a great gift. And I couldn't wait to have, I had so much more to say. So hopefully when he comes back on next time, we can dive a little bit more into whatever it was. But hey, guess what? The original KG was on the show tonight. And that's cause for pause and respect. Thank you, Kendall. Love that. Can't wait to speak to you again.
Can't wait.
Shout out to my crew. And I want to say shout out to SB. Shout out to my cousin. Shout out to Curtis Clay. A lot of people that were chiming in the background, hitting me, say, ask this, ask that. To all my people, love and respect. Man, great pod. Great pod.
Yeah, absolutely. On me, huh?
That's all
on you, AB. On you.
All right. First and foremost, man, I got to shout out to you guys, man. It was fun. Even though we had a big old long screaming match debate, I still love doing it with you guys, man. And I wouldn't want to do it with another group of guys, man. Honestly, it was awesome. The chat was crazy tonight. Shout out. I got to shout out to one specific guy. If I got to look and find him here. Where are you at? So we had our buddy Kendall Gill on, and shout out to you because amazing guest. Loved him absolutely. Shout out to our buddy Irvin Small for getting him on here for us.
Oh, Irv came on?
Irv helped us out getting him in here, man. Irv is a big fan of us apparently now, and we appreciate the support more than you know, man. Like, awesome. Thank you very much.
Should have jumped in. We should have said Irvin.
Irvin Small.
I kind of thought he would too, but
yeah, Irv, next time, man, come on and say hi.
Absolutely. You're always welcome here, Irv.
Always welcome. We love Irv. Hey.
Always, man. Moms, love you like always. Thank you for listening to all your sons fighting. We love you. Julian, again from me, man. That is some great artwork, man. You killed that. That's amazing. I got some questions for you, buddy.
Yeah,
because, man, I want to learn that. I want to learn that. Shout out to our buddy Melissa here. She was wanting to know about our buddy Terrence's photo and these.
Do you got it?
This look he's got on his face right here. Shout out to her for that right there. What's that face about, Terrence? What's that face about?
Is that a shout out to Tommy?
You know it.
Definitely.
You know it.
Shout out to Tommy Harris.
Thomas Harris, man.
Tommy Harris.
He said Thomas.
Thomas Harris. I don't know why it came out that way, but whatever, man. But I got a special shout out. While we were sitting here doing this, guys, I had somebody message me about a new sponsor opportunity because they saw how much that Terrence loves this Seagram's. So, man, a shout out to you, Terrence, for getting us a new sponsor, Seagram's. I can't believe it. That's awesome. You can drink them all the time with your pinky up.
That's my chaser.
Every week if you want now, T. Every week, man.
Oh, God.
I think that's it for me, man. I really
Hey, I got one shout out. Shout out to my boy Gerald, man. He hollered at me up there in the chat, in the comments. So shout out.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Gerald, thank you, Gerald.
Yeah. It's on you, T.
All right, man. Well, the first shout out, of course, is the hometown hero. Hometown hero.
Yes, sir.
Kendall Gill. Can you throw that picture up again? That collage up again?
One more time.
Amazing, man. I love this thing.
Look how dope this shit is.
I gotta talk to this guy, man.
But I want to point out him defending Michael. That is a fucking picture I will never forget until the day that I die.
That's an awesome.
Kendall actually played good defense.
T, we lived
it.
We lived that, bro.
I was actually gonna show those highlights too a little bit.
I remember that shit. I remember that.
It was crazy.
A bright-eyed, bushy tail. Kendall Gill came into the league. Michael Jordan was already seasoned, but he's like, "Who the fuck is this little dude?"
I want to say 3-1, right? 3-1. They won that series. The Bulls beat them 3-1.
Yeah. Yep. So Kendall Gill was not a fucking punk.
No.
Kendall Gill is actually in the conversation. In the conversation when you talk about top number 2 guards, not point.
2 guards, yeah.
I'm a point. When you talk about top number 2 guards in the 90s, you got to mention Kendall.
I got something for you right here that you want to mention Kendall. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Here's what we know about our buddy Kendall Gill.
Couldn't finish it. Tapped out to Gill.
That's
that Ewing dunk.
That was yes.
Yikes!
I forgot to pop that up at the end. I had it ready. I completely forgot to pop it up.
I'm going to ask you to show it to him because when I tell you, that game was on TNT. That was like game 2 or 3, and he was just like,
"Yep."
He rose, bro. He rose.
And I'm like,
"Yikes!"
That's why I said when I brought up when him and Xavier McDaniels got it because he went up and Xavier McDaniels pushed him, and Kendall Gill got up with like, "Nigga, I'm from Chicago.
He'll mess with us, man."
Kendall is not no punk, man. And like I was saying, when I went to that burger place, I got shout out to Burger Point. That's where I got the burger.
That's the name, Burger Point. Okay.
Burger Point is in the South Loop. The burgers are great. You can create your own. But anyway, so that's where I went to get my burger. And he said that he had played a pickup game with Kendall Gill, and he said he should be in that conversation with Michael Jordan. And I was like, man, come on, man. Stop it. Stop saying these things.
If he played 2 guard,
and he said, look at the highlights. Just look at the highlights. Look at them. Just look at them. I went and looked at the highlights again. Kendall was a monster, man.
He was a killer, man.
So I mean, definitely shout out to Kendall, man. He's real humble too. Because when I said that, he was like, "Oh no, man, stop it, man." Michael was in a league of his own. Kendall, I don't know, dog. You was in that league too, homie.
Let me tell you something. If y'all don't remember, when Kendall went to Seattle, it was Gary Payton, Kendall Gill, it was Sean Kemp,
that left Shrimp.
That looks like they was talking championship.
They had a team.
They was talking championship.
They had Vincent Askew off the bench too. Dude.
I know Vincent. I know Vincent Askew. By the way, I know Vincent Askew.
We need to get him on the podcast.
I was afraid of that team.
Yeah, they were a good team.
I know Vincent Askew.
I was afraid of that team, man.
They were a really good team. They were a really good team, man.
He went to Memphis State back when it was called Memphis State.
They were a really good team. Hey, but yeah, definitely the biggest shout out to Kendall Gill. Second shout out to the chat, man. It was on fire. Like AB was saying, Frank, you're on fire. Frank Marshall, I love you, dog. I love you, man.
Frank's my guy.
Frank Marshall, I love you, homie.
Yeah, Frank's killing it.
Straight up. And our new art director for the Chicago Clubhouse podcast, Julian. Man,
awesome job, man.
Dog. That collage that you made for Kendall
killed it.
Was amazing.
That might be a
amazing.
Poster
and Kendall
that might
loved
be
it.
A poster in his house, man.
We're gonna send that to him, and maybe he'll give it to his son. His son is gonna make that a poster. It's amazing, dog. It's amazing. So I'm so glad that all of our shit is gonna come from your consulting, or you're just gonna do it for us. Cause man, I mean, you got the magic touch, straight up. So shout out to you, JG. Shout out to who was that? Melissa. You're in the chat, but I mean, you said some shit that you said some silly shit. So take that fucking picture off the damn.
Okay. If I knew the lyrics to Tommy's song right now, I'd be singing them.
But shout out to you. Shout out to JB for that shirt. Basketball saves your life.
Like that.
That's a dope shirt, man. What's that you pointing to?
Basketball saved my life.
Yeah.
Basketball saved his life. Yeah, so I dare any of you all to challenge JB in a one-on-one. I dare anybody in the chat to challenge him. What's your shirt? I drink and I know things.
That's Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, right? That's
Game
like
of Thrones.
Tyrion Lannister, right?
I actually got the same shirt, but black with yellow lettering.
Great chaser.
Yeah, but on this show,
Lannister.
you drink and you don't know shit, just like the rest of us. You don't know shit.
You damn right.
Oh shit. Shout out to Moore's Beer.
Yes.
Yeah, Morris.
Who came through. He came through with
did?
a sweater, a sweatshirt,
I don't see
and
it.
a case of beer. Not for you, AB. You don't have the case. He gave me the case, but I said you all are all free to come get some.
JB's like, what about me?
You all are free to come get some. He gave me each one. He gave me the Shandy. He gave me the Sessionale.
So we all get one
He gave
can.
me the porter.
You said a case.
He gave me a case, so you all can come get at least a 4-pack.
So you want my
I thank you. I'm about to say a 4-pack. Look, where you gonna be at tomorrow, bro?
Just hit me up, man. Hit me up, and I'll make sure that I'll meet you.
We're supposed to hang out anyway, shit.
Yeah,
JB,
but your ass scared of COVID. You scared of COVID, man.
JB,
you ain't coming out.
If you grab one for me, I will pay for the shipping, dude. I will pay for the shipping. Just freaking take that beer and mail it to me. I will pay for
fucking
it.
JB, man. Look at that. He ain't coming to get it. He ain't coming.
I'll come to your crib.
He ain't coming to get it.
Leave it on the porch.
Or you can all can set some drinks out and you can come visit your bro. I'm all for that.
Okay. Well, let's rap about it. Let's rap about it.
He just don't want 75 people breathing on him. That's all.
Hell no.
Which I can relate.
I want to CPS. I'm like,
yeah. Get out of here.
Major shout out to Tilly's. Tilly's. Super shout out to y'all, man. Like I said, if y'all missed it, we had the brunch as fuck over there. And it was great. The brunch was wonderful. We had a great layout of food. I was there. My man Foulmouth C was there.
Yes, sir.
It was a lot of people there. We had a great time. AB, you were not there. What you mean?
Look at what Frank just wrote down there.
Joe Lombardi, next best young
He wants
coach.
to bet you a case about Joe Lombardi being a great.
He don't necessarily want to bet me a case. He didn't say
he ain't betting me because I never have one. So how's he gonna bet me?
So shout out to Tilly's. Shout out to Gavin, the owner of Tilly's. He will make sure that you all are taken care of. Just make sure you mention the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. He will take care of you. Sir, the manager there, he will also take care of you if you mention our name. Sir is our guy too. Sir has actually been on the podcast before.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's a great dude, man. So if you go to Tilly's, mention Sir and Gavin and mention the Chicago Clubhouse podcast. Who else do I got to shout out? We said diversified transportation. I got Urban
everything.
Small. TJ, the super producer.
Absolutely super producer.
110%.
I think that's about it. The next podcast. Who do we have up? Do we have anybody?
I don't know if you moved and shaked
Tim Jennings.
Oh, TJ.
Tim Jennings. From that
excited for that.
From that Indianapolis team that he intercepted Rex Grossman's ball, but yeah, I don't know how much we gonna talk about. I don't know how much we gonna talk about.
Between Tim Jennings and what's the other buddy from Chicago to play for them and play for us?
Kelvin Hayden.
I don't.
Kelvin Hayden.
Hey, we was teammates with Kelvin.
Yes, we were.
Hey, tell you low key though, I ain't talked to Kelvin for a long time just because he picked Rex ass off. I refuse to talk to him.
Wow, you petty as hell.
Hey man, that shit
A
hurt.
lot of people intercepted
That shit hurt.
though.
You petty as hell.
Hey, Frank is on fire.
Frank
Hey,
ain't wrong there.
Hey, Frank, he's not wrong.
A lot of people picked him
I
up.
love he said Rex is our quarterback.
Rex is still our quarterback.
Yeah, you sounded just like him when you said that.
That's because I'm from
But
Southern
yeah,
Illinois, baby.
I think that is just about all of my shout outs. Oh, and
Horrible
my
bad
crew,
news.
My guys. I can't forget
Oh,
my
yeah.
guys. How could I fucking forget that?
Yeah, never.
JB, Foul Mouth C, AB, ain't no show without y'all, man. Ain't
Same
no
with
show.
you. Same with
Don't
you.
nobody want to listen to me for
They don't want to
well,
listen to us three yell at each other either.
They actually
That was fun. That was
It
fun.
I had
That
fun.
was fun. I just needed
love
some
doing that.
popcorn. And that
Damn,
shit was great.
hey, Frank. Hey, Frank is off the chain right now. Did you read
He said, "Pretty sure my former grocery bagger intercepted groceries."
And that dude was like 13. That dude was like 13.
Wow.
He's awesome, man. He's
Wow. But yeah, so that's it for me, man. So I mean,
Horrible
for
news.
my-
Horrible news. Just so everybody knows, Derek Jones is out 6 to 8 weeks with an extended fractured right index finger during practice. So we just got down another
Wait,
guy.
he just got back.
He just got back. He's out. We're down another guy. What? I don't even know if we're gonna be able to make a trade.
You know what? That's
Honestly.
bull because my finger looked like a Tetris piece one day. I pulled that motherfucker, slapped it up, and I shot left-handed.
Is Derek Jones from Chicago?
No.
Okay. I didn't need to say nothing else but that.
AB,
That's all
I'm
I gotta
sorry.
say.
I apologize because I was wrong.
Okay, so for my man, the stat man, JB, my man, Chris, Foul Mouth C, and my man, the X Factor, AB.
Yo.
I am T Nick, your quarterback, point guard, and the coolest dude in the room. And that's it. I'm the coolest dude in the room. Period.
Shout out
So-
to Seagrams. We out.
We out.
We out.
Later.
We out. Yeah, we done here. We out. Okay, so we out.
If you're not watching this, flag on you.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production. We out.